Hmm. So I labeled this thoughts. This is kind of a bit of a big up to Patrice O'Neill and to people that like to push buttons and to people that are manipulators because there's some agenda. Uh, because humans look at animals. There's nothing an animal needs to do, but humans always are plotting to do something. They're oh yeah, we've got this great brain, and we're gonna figure out how to do something. And I find it funny because we have brains, yet most people use them for I'm not sure. It seems like most people's brains are used for one purpose and one purpose only, is to obtain money. If you have a job, if you go to work, your brain isn't yours. Your brain is dead because it's working for a corporation. So therefore, the logical analysis of this to go to this to go to this to the next thing is for the purpose of serving the corporation. And the corporation is obviously the dead entity of somebody else's monetary system, which is illusory. So you work for a dead illusion. And people that don't do that, like I wonder where the original thoughts come from. You know, this is more of a question as well about integrity and artists and philosophers and philanthropists and oh, people just attempt. They like what do people do that they're so consumed with what everybody else is doing? Like I make these videos because I think that what I offer to people is helpful to their life. So that's what I feel like I'm doing that. But when people comment on videos with anything negative to say, I'm like, well, why don't you just go and follow something that will be inspiring and beneficial to your life? Or do you not have any life? Do you not have any original thoughts? Do you not have any integrity within your entire human system? And I find often in times that people will um, act in a certain way, generous, but only because they're trying to obtain something. Generosity is, and go read the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, and you can see how fake people use things. You could read how to win friends and influence people. You go read these books, and I despise both of those books. It's like you don't get to map out how to treat people. Like that's not righteous. That's not holistic. That's not heartfelt. That's not true. That's not valid. That's not valuable. That's not how it is. If you can read the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene and realize there's 48 laws to power, but he also gives the inverse, which makes it 96 laws of power plus. He gives a bunch of different concepts to think that you could run through 96 concepts of how to manipulate every situation. You've only become an isolated entity within a larger system. Do you think an animal can ever read a book? Don't write a book? The fact that you have a thumb is what means take a fucking hike. You go somewhere. But people use their thumb to grab a pen and then write down the rules, laws, obligations, and perspectives of a small dying mind, because the mind dies. It goes, and so when people are building a corporation because they want the money and they need the power and they need the essence of things. Um, yes, yeah, Patrice O'Neill. You should go check him out. He's an amazing comedian. He's an original, uh, generous. He's an elephant. He's hilarious. Maybe you should search him out. So the concept of people finding why do people like to watch car accidents? Wouldn't they rather watch a play? Like wouldn't they rather? Like why are people attracted to things that they despise? Why do people pay attention to things they don't like? I've never understood that. And if you like something, then you shouldn't criticize it. And so I find this concept of people's minds to think that their mind works so perfectly and so well. Um, yeah, here. People also, more than death, what they want more than death is life. Most people want to just talk and be heard and feel recognized. Like I don't make the I have no business in needing recognition. I have no business in needing people to notice me. I think it's curious. I think it's funny. I like to interact with humans, but oftentimes I find that most people aren't humans. You know, and yeah, they don't know that. Well, so here. But you do. That's the thing. See, you are like you are the thorn. You are a thorn. You are specifically, essentially the like why are you here? Why are you here, Katesh? Why are you here? For what reason? Either you're really curious about me, or there's a paycheck at the end of the line for knowing who I am. Because like I don't want to communicate with you, but you need to somehow want to communicate something derogatory towards everything that I have to say. This is why you continue to contact me, and I don't. I wish you wouldn't. It's it's all you do is you get in the way of me communicating to everybody else about the wonders and how the mind functions and how the way that I see the world, and you like no. You must you're like you're obliged to want to communicate. Yes, just because I've not wanted. How? Very simply, don't speak to me. I don't respond to you, but I'm responding now because you show up in this little column over here, and I've told you more than once during these things like I don't have nothing to say to you, but then you continually have something to say to me. And but see, I'm not here to serve you. That's your illusion is that you think that everybody's at your service, and we're not. you're clueless, you know, and that's fine. And I've asked you to do that before. I've asked you not to email me. I've asked you not to contact me, yet you still do. You find your way into this room with me. Why? Service yourself. Okay, well then unfollow me. See, simple. Push the button, watch, boom, and then everybody else here can have exactly what they came for. Me to give my interpretation of the universe. But then you happen to be the only person that has to interject your own little thing. Do that on your channel, and people will come follow you if you have something really cool and righteous and wonderful to say. I probably would be the kind of person to follow you and pay attention to what you had to say if you didn't come and interrupt me every time I'm fucking talking. I've told you, you could look through the rest of my videos. I've told you you're annoying. You're an annoying brat. That's just it. I don't know what else to say to you. And I knew as soon as I made this video, this was for you. And here you do. You show up. And that's why I told you to go find Patrice O'Neill. Why am I Manny Fam? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Why are you here? Why are you here too? The 700 videos, 800 videos that I made, I've not been a piece of shit. But thank you for pointing that out. I know. Patrice O'Neill is a trickster. He's lovely. He's amazing. But Manny, whatever. Why am I a piece of shit? I'm not sure. I don't know if you were joking. See, there's that thing. The funny thing with the contextual things over this. If you were like, why are you such a piece of shit? ... Symbol of laughter. I don't know. Why are you so amazing? I never met you, so I don't know you. So you're just like commenting in my section. So, oh, I don't know. I'm just who I am. And if it's a piece of shit to you, well, then don't eat it. I don't listen to pieces of shit. So if I'm a piece of shit, I would encourage you not to follow a piece of shit. Katash, I really don't know what you're saying. I don't know Zen. I did ask for a holy relationship with you, so maybe that is you telling me that I'm hurting you. No, you didn't. Why do this? Why do this real time like on this? Like when I've talked to you, like you're. See, it's just funny to me. I don't know you, dude. I never met you in person. But yeah, you continually, one of you contact me through anything. I just say, I have nothing to say. I have nothing else to say to you. You critique and criticize everything I say on these things that everybody else seems to get and benefits from. And so I make these videos to hopefully other people can benefit from them. And then here you show up just to like say some stupid shit what I gotta say. So for anybody else that's here, this little broadcast was originally scripted completely for everyone else to ask me questions and to, because I really am curious as to what is on everyone's mind, and if they have thoughts and ideas and energies that are new and you know, I don't know, how can I help you? How can I be at your service? You know, this is a general sense that I have towards the world, is like, how can I help serve the world better? And then when people get in the way of that, it's a giant curiosity to me of why people interrupt that. Why do people interrupt the flow of that? Because if I see somebody helping someone, I don't go and kick an old lady like in the shins. Like, I don't go and, you know, like, excuse me, this is the wrong way to do that. Kitesh, why are you still here? Honestly. You already said you were unsubscribed. Yeah, you are. Well, you told me before what you did for a living, so I already know. You're neurotic, and you're a psychoanalyst, and you're psychotic. So you criticize things. You're a narcissist. I can't help that. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate you not being on here. It helped me a lot. Thank you, Vegan Truther. Yeah, this is all I can be. This is it. I mean, this is what you got. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out the room. I said this plenty of times. I'm happy to clip off the weeds. I don't need 50,000 subscribers. I don't need 100 subscribers. I need like a few people that can vibe with what the fuck I'm saying. And so, for the majority of what I'm saying, people vibe with it. If you don't like a couple of things, that's cool. I disagree with my best friends all the time. You know, but 90% of it, we're on board with each other. But if you continually just don't like what I have to say, then why are you here? Like, cause I don't go, like, I go somewhere where it's like beneficial. I don't go somewhere so I'm like, oh shit, look at this fucking sucky ass piece of shit. Yeah. Yeah. What up, Cam? See, I appreciate you being here, Cam. Good to see you, Vegan Truther. Yeah. Sharon Harvey, I'm thankful. I'm glad you're enjoying what you're getting out of them. This is me just cutting off dead weight or whatever. You know, most people they try so hard at being polite and politically correct and you know, succumbing to the masses' expectations of what they think they need to do. Like, here's the music. If you get in the music business, what they'll make you do is immediately start changing a few words in your music, change a little bit about your sound. We need to talk to people. We need to say this and mold things this way. And you lose the essence of what it is to be truthful, original, self. Like, this is just what it is for me. Like, I don't need to change my shirt or my pants. You know, this is what I'm wearing. My head's warm. I got a big schnoz. I got like some beard here. I don't know. This is just it. And to rearrange that to make anyone else comfortable, that's silly. Those people that do that make me uncomfortable. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, if you're doing that, then what do I need to do to, like, I must have to change myself. And if there's any lesson to be got out of this, I mean, here's the thing: is I don't know that it's serving me or not serving me. I don't know that I'm helping people, and I don't know that I'm not helping people. I don't know what it means. I don't have a clue as to what the truth is, what the meaning is, what help is, what any of this shit is. So I express myself as a piece of art, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, get the fuck out of here. But if you feel like you want to criticize my art and my being, well, we can have it that, because I'm not uncomfortable with conflict and with the fact that I'm the more intelligent person in the room. I feel comfortable with myself. I feel comfortable with my brain and my ideas and my ambitions. But criticize it if you like. Don't like it, you know, rather than thumbing down what I have to say, just don't, just hit the unsubscribe and walk that way, right? You know, you walk through the circus, right? You know where you don't stop? At the game you don't want to play. And this is a game you don't want to play. Because I'm going to win the game every time. Because I could just hit a button over here and you leave, and I'm winning the game every time, whatever the game is. But there is no game. See, that's the funnier part. It's kind of just an allegory for people to conceive. How should you live your life? See, this is what I don't think, some people don't get is this isn't about how I live my life or what I do. It's about what would make your life better. I've made countless videos, and what do I ask? I think Cam will know. Cam, what do I ask people? Mr. Raw Zen, what do I ask people in so many of my videos? What's the words that I say to people? I have something that's very, very important to me, because I'm always curious about how do I feel. So what I say to people, I say, how do you feel? How are you doing? How's your day going? Because I'm actually sincerely curious. I'm sincerely involved in this whole reality to make your day better. Thank you. There you go, Cam. Exactly. And Lakesh, bang, how can I serve you? How can I help you? And Lakesh, boom. I am you. You are me. And if I didn't like myself, I would get away from myself. And you know when I don't like myself, what I do? Just take a nap. You're not being a good person today. Or whatever. I don't know, whatever that means. And sometimes oh, I'm a great person. So, yeah. So how to make your life better? How do your thoughts work? Are they yours? Do you own them? I don't own these thoughts. As soon as I'm done with this video talking, it's as if it's done. It just goes, it's back. It's over there. It's gone. Because it's just something that's in me that, here's what I'd like to say. And then does it echo through the chambers of all of the universe, and it creates little pockets of things over here and there? Maybe. But I've listened to people talk shit and say stupid things all the time that I don't succumb to, and I've listened to people say wise things, and sometimes that benefits me and sometimes it doesn't. So the only thing I'm ever interested in whenever I'm talking is not some I don't have a goal. I don't have an end goal. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna say, hey guys, if you want to, feel free to donate some money to me. That's cool. But that never been my goal. Start from the beginning of my videos. Watch my first 400 videos. I never asked for a fucking dollar from anybody because I don't care. It was just me sharing. It's show and tell. Here's what I'm doing. So that's what we do. Why the black nails? These are gray right now, and that one's white. Oops. That's white. Those are gray. Those are gray. Because I like painting my nails sometimes. I don't fucking know. Because a friend of mine was going to get her nails done before she went to Hawaii, and said, "Do you want to go with me to get a pedicure and a manicure?" And I said, "Okay." So I went and got a pedicure and a manicure. And so I was like, "Well, if you're gonna be filing up and doing all this cool shit to my nails, maybe you should paint them." And so I have them painted. And I was actually wearing a gray jacket and a gray T-shirt, and I was very gray that day, and I was like, oh, this seems like the right color. And it happens to match with everything else. You can do black, white, and gray, which will match with just about anything. So that's why my nails are gray. And I kind of like it. I feel like it fits my being. And I'm going to do a video very soon for anybody that's interested on where the word and the concept of makeup comes from. Maybe I'll just do it here. You guys want me to do it here real quick? It'll be like a little treat for y'all, and I'll do another video in the future if I remember on this concept. So the word makeup and the idea of makeup is in every way. yeah. So makeup in every day is for special occasions as well as healing. The practice of makeup was always about putting the elements out there onto your skin to make up. You say, hey, can me and you make up? Can we fix this? And so when a woman gets married or a man gets married, they'll make themselves up. Let's make ourselves look as pristine as possible. We show you the highest ideal. We show you the highest thing. But if you go out on a date, if you're living your life always made up, you're always living inside of Halloween or the illusion. And what you're doing is you're actually using what was supposed to be a healing mechanism, because makeup, it was supposed to be made with turmeric and And look at all the colors. And they came from the ground, which were the elements that were put onto our nails, underneath our eyes. Look in ancient Egypt, all the men would be wearing eyeshadow, right? It had to do with the different types of elements, charcoal based. And you know what charcoal is? Do you know why people use charcoal? Is to pull poison out of the body. They would put charcoal here to pull something out of the body. Think about this. It's called makeup for a reason. It's to deliver a certain set of, I'll put it in the way that I do, a certain set of energies to the body, because they come from different colors and different, call them star systems if you want, call them different plant lives, we could call it, because the different plants have different, so you have different organs and different chakras. You can call it, you name it any way you want, but the whole idea was to accentuate and fulfill something, or to clean something, or to clear something. Makeup was to not disguise you from the fact that there's a zit there, but to put makeup on to make the zit go away. But then people keep putting makeup on that is actually causing zits to happen because they're using chemicals that are not fit for human consumption. It was always a highlighter. Makeup was always done to highlight and heal. It was a healing mechanism. And if you were to get married, you'd want to see the biggest, brightest, most beautiful bounty of whatever. So you would highlight the lips. You would put around the eyes. And you would do all of these things that would accentuate things. And if you weren't getting married, the other times you would use makeup is to cover the wound. So if I have a zit there, it's because my liver is in disorder, in disarray. So I'd have a little thing, if you follow all of the pathways, that right here I'd have a zit. So what I do is I take some turmeric and some this, and I would cover it up. And I was like, all right, let's call this makeup. And then I was like, oh, well, I just might as well put it over here. And I said, well, we might as well make this look pretty for a second. It's like, oh, isn't he pretty? Isn't that, he's even going into tattoos, because what tattoos are supposed to be made of is elements of the earth, not some other bullshit. And so you would tattoo to, because that's always feeding the blood. And that goes into, I've done some videos on tattoos and a deeper meaning of that, but tattoos and makeup are healing mechanisms, not to disguise what you actually are. So, poof. Hope you guys liked. Any questions, any thoughts? As this was supposed to be about your thoughts, not mine. That's all I do is I for whatever reason, different people have different places, different. Let me explain this really simply for everybody that's got to this point. If we're on a flat plane, like a circuit board, you're gonna find transistors, resistors. You're gonna find all of these different tools, amplifiers. You're gonna find all of these different things that can clarify, resist, or amplify energy and information. And whatever I do, it seems as though I can take whatever you're thinking or speaking about or feeling and put it into me and speak it forth. Because some people, they have a chakra in their throat that's blocked. They can't speak. So I could just go, I'm using this digitally. If we did this real time, if we're meeting in person, it's wildly it's wildly different and more intense. Because I could just pull it out of you. Like, that's not like, I'm not like some superhero. I'm not like superhuman, but everybody has this capacity. It's just the fact that, the clarity of mind, of sight, of knowledge, of gnosis, of wisdom, of smell, of I'll know, why are dogs so smart? Because they can smell things. That's why their noses are like this. They could, and they could find things very far away, which is a time. Dogs run through time. You think they're running through space to find things. They're running through time. Because time and space are the same. Because their nose has knowledge of time. Infinite wisdom. So, and this is why this schnoz is probably as immaculate as it is. So I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna go back to see what y'all had to say here. Natural law. What's up, vegan truther? We'll get into that. Cam, your mind is on the best way to meet a random woman on the sidewalk and you talk about what the hell turn to love. Obviously, uh, as far as you can see, all I do is upset people on sidewalks. I've got myself a fresh unsubscriber. I'm not great at talking to people on sidewalks, or I'm amazing at it, which is that's the curious nature of whatever I am. I have never figured it out. I'm like night and day. I'm a Gemini. I'm all these different things, and I don't deal well with I don't deal well with people that are what's the word here we're looking for, um, insincere. Insincerity doesn't work with me. I smell it. It's I could smell it through the computer. So, finding people to talk to on a sidewalk, Cam. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. You could walk with me. You could watch me be a dumb asshole. I mean, it's fun. Sometimes I'm really good at it, and sometimes I'm pretty bad at it. But I accept that. I accept the fact that a lot of people are not going to like me. And like, oh, you could change a few things about yourself, Zen, and everyone would like you. No, that's just not true. I wouldn't want it. That would be so phony to me. If I just do what isn't me, so more people like me, that doesn't make me feel better. I feel good when people don't like me. I feel bad when people do like me. It's confusing, right? Because it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just this this spirit and mind that got together and jumped into this body, and then I walk around and go, hey, this is a funny situation. What can I do to increase energy here? What can I do to be funny? What can I do to help? What can I do to assist? How can I sometimes, hey, can you help me out? It's a whole thing. And it always spirals into the nose. Look at Robin Williams. Genius. He had a giant schnoz. Yeah, Cam, slipping and sliding, rapping and rhyming. Yeah. There you go, vegan truther. That's exactly what it is. Dancing with the universe, because you are the universe outside of you as well as inside of yourself and your own mind. Like I can't. I the truth is, I would love to please everyone, but I can't. Imagine the times, and here's why. Have you ever had like a threesome? Have you ever been with two women or two men or multiple people? You can't equally explore and satisfy both parties. It can't work that way, because your focus can be only in one place. You can't split your mind into like I must simultaneously pleasure both of these or a third, right? It can't work that way. So you can only have what you are. And so if it's outside of you, you can find one central focus, and it's inside of you too. Like how can I be good? How can that be good? But you can't be like, let me care for all the puppies. You got two people about to walk across a train track and get hit by a train. You run at that person, you run at that person. That's all you got. Like you don't. The choice in life is really about how to. This seems right now. I have nothing else I can do right now. There are no choices in life. It just being your feeling of whatever it is in the moment, and this is what I try to do. It might look stupid to some people. It might sound dumb. I might look like a crazy maniac. Who cares? Because people, to me, I'd rather be a crazy maniac than somebody that is never noticed. I've seen people that I'm like, man, that person is sitting there in a slump of fucking horror and fear and terror and anxiety and they feel worthless. And I'm like, man, I've cried myself to sleep over those people. Do I want to be like that? No. Do I want to be like the person that's always striving for attention? No, I don't want to either of those things. I just want to be like, well, apparently this is the way I feel right now. This is what I need to do. Hey, you know what? I think I'm going to take a poop right now. You guys want to watch me? Do you guys want to join me for the poop? Oh wait, I've just pooped all over the film. But dancing with the universe is the right theory, vegan truther. Like, I mean, how else did you do? I don't know how else to be. Oh, you had short hair. Yeah. Vegan truther, are you a female or a male? I assume you're a female. I don't know why, but I had a sense last time that we were talking that you were female. I don't know why. And if you're a male, the way that you type is very feminist. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, I just mean the qualities of the way that you. I can't be really sure because it was what, like 2 videos ago. Was it like 2 videos ago you were on? Are you a man or a woman? Lydia Baker. As long as speaking keeps the energy flowing, it's helping others come to themselves. Yeah, and see that's the thing is, if you're in a room in front of 100 people, and 50 people are being led along a path to self whatever, and 50 people who don't like it, and they're like, ugh, what do you do? Of course you continue on. If there's one person, if there's a crowd of 100 people and there's one person that understands what you're saying, wouldn't you keep saying it? I would tell everybody to go check out one of the greatest videos ever. And now that we're on to comedians, because I started this with what's his name? Patrice O'Neill. Another great comedian is Bill Burr. And there's this audio of him and a video of him. Actually, it's just not as good. The audio is way better because a couple people filmed the same thing. Of him in Philadelphia, where the entire crowd was out of their fucking mind. They were drunk and high and blah, blah, blah. It was like a 2 or 3 day festival of music and magicians and storytellers and comedians. And this really great comedian Dom Herrera, was on, and people were just shitting on him and like booing at him and they were just being assholes. And this is Philadelphia. And so if you have never been to Philadelphia, you don't understand what Philadelphia is. It's a big giant pile of shit. I mean, I've been there, and there's it's the city of brotherly love, like brotherly love in the sense of like you got to have real thick skin to be there, and like I mean I you know I can hang out there. I don't prefer it, but Philly's a fucking interesting place. Being Baltimore, New York, Philly, East Coast, you have this thick skin, but Philly is especially prevalent in their Philly and Boston are very similar, very white and like fucking just tooth and nails, blue collar. It's cold. We've had a rough life, and I get it, right? So Bill Burr sits there on stage while they're booing him for 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a long time. If I started right now, 15 minutes, you're going to be like, holy shit. And he stood there and just shit, like as they're booing him, yelling at him, for 15 minutes just went off on the crowd. And I highly suggest to find that video. And if you don't know who Patrice O'Neill, God rest his soul. What a genius. One of the best comedians ever. Elephant in the Room. You don't even got to watch that. You can just look him up on the YouTubes. Him and Bill Burr, amazing comedians. Like, yeah, those two, and maybe I'll do a video next time about my favorite comedians. I did my 33 greatest teachers. Maybe I'll do my 33 greatest comedians. Most people don't know. Most people don't know that I'm kind of a little bit of a comedian because I keep too much of a straight face, and so people think I'm telling the truth when I'm kidding, and I'm kidding when I'm telling the truth, which is it doesn't work too well too often, but it's still funny. So check out Bill Burr. I don't know. So yeah, Cephalo Sanchez. There you get the Black Nails thing. Yeah, I know you guys can't see what I'm reading right now. I'm back here at 132. Cam, thank you, man. I don't know. I have the strongest, most unique mental frame. Unique, maybe. Strength, I don't know. It's kind of like you have to show strength when you feel weak. I don't know. Sometimes I feel very confident in everything I do, and sometimes I'm like, oh man, I'm such a fucking dork. I'm such a loser. I think everybody goes through those things. Look at people in Hollywood. Why is it that everybody in Hollywood's 5'8" or under? You know what I mean? In the sense of because they got to make up for their inferiority complex. They have to be on the big screen. They have to be bigger than what they are. And I find a lot of like I see that like everybody does. Everybody's like, hey, notice me, pay attention. George Carlin's early work was always saying like, hey, you know what I am? George Carlin, the greatest comedian of all time, says, you know, I'm just out here like, hey, pay attention to me. I'm over here doing, you know, hey. George Carlin had that. Everybody, but he noticed it and he observed it. He observed himself. But thank you, Cam. Mr. Stockholm, always good to see you, man. And yeah, and Brandon Esteban. That's the point of it. Is the cow urine and the human urine. Like I said this my last video, and I was being funny. I said, you know, I might piss in my face, but bitch, at least I know it came from me. Like you got cows and other human beings pissing all over your face every single day. At least whenever I piss on my face is my own. You know, if I put my piss there and I let it age, I'm like, I'm good. Like you're sitting here putting makeup on and all this shit. I'm like, man, you covered in cow dung and cow piss. Vegan truther, and oh, I'm up to where you asked if I'm drinking urine. This is not urine. This is wine. Although I'm gonna, after I drink this wine, I'm gonna go piss in the same cup, and it's gonna look very similar, and it will be my urine, so that way I can balance my alkaline acid levels, alcohol, blood tonic out, and I'll be normalized. So, drink. I don't know how. I don't think I'm going to get into it too far here because I've done videos on it before. But between alcohol consumption and how that's eliminating things from your body that you don't need, alcohol is. I'll do this little part here. Alcohol is destroying things in your body that you don't need. Like it will eat away at cancer. Imagine that. Think about this. Alcohol isn't giving you cancer. Alcohol, because it's a solution, is the same as having water and oil. Oil sits on top of the water, right? The things that become, the things that are rolling through your blood. Okay, so you have, whether it's alkaline or acidic is irrelevant. What we're talking about is fats and coagulation of certain, like my muscle, what is that? That fat there, I have a little fat there, and I got a little globule of this, right? Where does that come from? We call it cancer, right? So that cancer, what would get rid of that? What would, you know, if I took that cancer out of my body and put it inside some alcohol, it would break it apart. If I put some vinegar there, it would break it apart. So you can use these different substances to break apart. Like fat is not going to mix with alcohol. So if I throw alcohol into the fat, it's going to start breaking it apart. Especially if I take alcohol and I stir it around in fat, it's going to break it apart. So if I go and work out, if I go and move while I'm drinking, or if I, you know, you could do this with anything. You could, in India, what they call it is bang, which is funny because in the Americas you call it a bong, but in India it's called bang. And that bang bang, which is very funny because Cam just said it a minute ago, is drinking hemp. So yeah, I'm getting off a track here because I'm slightly a little bit drunk. But the point is that alcohol and these alkalines and acids and all of these balances are a result of, in your blood system, that it's a result of what you've been eating. So when you put these other things in your body, like alcohol or vinegar or whatever, it's going to eat away at the cancer. Like the cancer is globules of cells that were misinformed to coagulate into such a position that the way to get rid of that would be to, how would I move these little atoms, these atomic structures that are stuck together? Well, you'd move. We could start getting massage. We could start dancing. Best way to dance is when you got a couple drinks in you, right? And that drink is going to be running through your system. Dance off the disease. This is the idea. Like, you go and, like, watch people that dance. Watch people. They're all healthy. They're happy. They're healthy. They're laughing. They're breathing more. Laughter is breathing heavily. That's why people cry too, like, because they need to breathe differently. So the laughter and the crying is another thing too. I'll do a whole video on that. But the short of the long on the laughter and the crying is in breath versus out breath. Some you're bringing in more oxygen. Some you're releasing, right? How many people, like, when you're, like, crying and all of a sudden and you just sniff in the nose, but when you're laughing, you laugh differently. Are you laughing out or are you laughing in? See, now these are thought processes that actually are doing the same thing to acidify or alkalize the blood. And those same things you can get from a glass, you can get from liquid to alkalize or acidify the blood, which is going to destroy the cancer to bring it out of your body. Because as always, as I've said many, many, many times, cancer is not because you have acidic blood. Cancer causes you to have acidic blood because the acidic blood is the answer to you having cancer. All these people are like, I have cancer. Cancer can't survive in alkaline blood. Like, you're right to a degree. But the reason that you have cancer is not because you had acidic blood, but the reason that you have acidic blood because you have cancer. It's a flip. The cancer will be gone by allowing your body to become acidic, breathing in, causing the chaos to remove the cancer from the body to get it out of you. Then you'll be back to baseline 7.3. But everybody puts the alkaline drink into their mouth, thinking they're going to get rid of the cancer by alkalizing. Not true. Can't work, won't work, doesn't work. Then all you're doing is putting cancer in a perfected environment. If you perfect your blood and you put cancer in there, it will just sit there. It won't go anywhere. You need to burn it off. The cut, burn, poison internally is the alchemy of what the ancients taught. The cut, burn, poison of the pharmaceutical companies are cut outside and burn and poison in the wrong way. The internal blood chemistry, the alchemy, which is the chemistry, which comes from alchem, the alchemical situation, which is your blood, is a result of the things that are going on in your body that your blood wants to actually fix. And you can assist that by doing things that will enliven and encourage life, which tend to be spirit. Spirit is life. Alcohol is spirit. Spirit is acidic or alkaline. Depends. And I went off on a really long tangent there, but I thought that was what some people needed to hear, so that's what I said. But fuck, did some of you not like me for that? Damn it, did I say something wrong there? Did I lose a follower? Fuck. Did I lose a subscriber? Foolish. Dummy. How dare I say these things? Cephal Sanchez, what if you tattoo a magical symbol? There's one of them. I have a couple more. You want to see one more? I don't think anybody's seen this tattoo. You guys are in for a treat here. I'm probably going to delete this video, but I'll show you one more thing. There's one too. Can you see this? Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, that's what you get. That's all you get. Sorry, guys. I'm not gonna go too far. I'll show you another time. But yeah, magical symbols for sure. If you created yourself a mandala, if you create yourself a clock, a mandala, whatever, if you created that and put it on your body with the right elements, and when I say right, I mean using gold, silver, maybe platinum and iridium, but possibly copper, gold, and silver. If you put that into a tattoo gun and, inked yourself up, you'd be doing some super fucking next level work. That's for real. Not only because your blood would be ingesting it, but because of the concept of, like, you every day go, oh, that's right. Let me get my subconscious back into work here. So magical symbols as tattoos are pretty important. And Mr. Stockholm, you know what? I'll do this. I'll do this on camera. I have 2 tattoo guns. I've done a few. I put this on myself. Anybody? Did I ever show you this? It's one of the first things I put on. How do I do this? There it is. It's gonna be backwards though, huh? Backwards and upside down. That's how you get it, y'all. So that's the first tattoo I put on myself. And I'll do one live. I'll tattoo myself live for y'all. I already know what I'm doing next because I had this really unique experience with some people about a year ago, and I told them I was going to tattoo the experience that we had together on myself, and I just haven't done it yet. So I'll do it on camera, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, vegan truther. I would assume. I don't know if you need 12 years, but definitely that would be helpful for sure. Yeah, Cro Magna. You say you feel bad when a girl falls in love with you because it's generally bad. Yeah, I hear you, and I think that's probably why I'm more abrasive to people. I'm a very abrasive person. If you didn't notice, most people are like, "Oh, you're so lovely and gregarious, and you just give and you're just sharing." But I'm a very abrasive person as well because I don't. It has less to do with you wasting my time and me. It's the same. You wasting my time and me wasting your time. For what? There's no. Be real, and we'll find out immediately. Let's just get right to it. Are you bullshit or not? Let's just, because why fucking rip each other's heart out in 5 years? anybody that's been through heartbreak, you know what I mean, multiple times, just goes, fuck. Well, maybe we should just get right to it in the beginning and just see it. Is this truthful? Is this what we need? So I think that's a great way to live life. I'm not aggressive or insulting to people on purpose. I'd rather just get rid of the dead weight to begin with, because there's no purpose to be carrying that shit around. If the shit ain't, here's the thing is, if it's not yours, it won't be there. If I make a joke or say something that insults you, well then, that's for you to figure out and get the fuck away, right? Because it'll only take a little bit of time to say, if that's gonna insult you, then what I really think is really gonna fucking piss you off. So we have to start there with what we do with our... Because I think it's respect for yourself. I think it's respectful to yourself to be honest with somebody to the point of hurting their feelings. Because you can't really hurt anybody's feelings. All you can do is be honest, and if it doesn't jive with somebody else, well, it doesn't fucking jive with them. You can lead people down a false path with breadcrumbs, and all of a sudden they find you, and you're like, this is me in this cave, and this is how I live. But here's me on camera. Check it out. This is what I do. It's 12 o'clock. I'm in New Orleans. I'm having a glass of wine. This is how I live. The fuck what am I do about that? You like it? Cool. Fuck off. That's the size of it. And people, they disguise themselves and put back to the makeup conversation. They make themselves up and act a certain way, and all of a sudden, a year in, you're like, man, you had a coke problem this whole time? You just been doing coke in the bathroom? If you were honest, you know what would have happened? You would have met the person that would want to do a bunch of coke with you in the bathroom at the fucking halftime of the Yankees game. Halftime of the Yankees game. That's funny. or met you would at least not allowed both of yourselves, you and the other, to go down this disingenuous path. I like being genuine. This is genuinely what I am. And so, hopefully, if there's any installation of knowledge into your mind frame, is to be more genuine. Different strokes, different folks, different ideas, different regulators. I don't know. There you go, vegan truther. Be yourself. That's only you. I'm well behind here because I'm just off in my own little land. And if you're here still listening, it's really cool. I really appreciate the 24 people are here. But I'm really upset with the 14 of you assholes that didn't give me a thumbs up. Are you just here to criticize me? How dare you? And that's me joking. So Thank you for those. Look at that. I got 6 extra ones. Boom. They always say in the universe, you never get anything you don't ask for. And I asked for your thumbs up. Now I'm going to ask you all for something. It might be difficult for you to do, but I want you all to go and send me $1 million. And if you don't have $1 million, send me bitcoins or send me shit. Just send me lots of money. I'm kidding. I don't like money is so secondary. But if you do, cool. Or you could send me a piece of artwork, or you could send me like you could take a tear out of your eye and put it in a little thing and be like, oh man, this is like you made me feel like this, and send it to me. That's cool too. That would warm my soul. Or you could like give me like one of your hairs and be like, oh man, like this is how much, whatever you like. But or send me nothing at all, because look at that, I got up to 20. That's fucking awesome. 20 out of 25 people. You other 5 assholes, you can fuck off. Yeah, you're 24. I lost. See, look at that. I lost a person, but I gained a like. Look at that. I did that. 25 to 24 to 20, 21. How does that work? So yeah, I've never really looked for an outcome. You ever play a game and have an idea of the outcome because you're focused on the outcome? You ever play pool before? I'm really good. I can shoot pool. I'll tell this people. I've actually went out to bars and almost gotten fights with people because I told somebody like, I'm really good at pool. I'm gonna gamble you, but I'm really good at pool, and I beat them and like, you're a hustler. I'm like, how can I be a hustler? I just told you I'm better than you. And that just put me into so many thoughts of how many times I'm like, what the fuck didn't you get when I just said like, just be yourself, like just do what you can do to like. I lost myself in so many. I started to tell a story, and I lost myself inside of 3 stories that I had to tell you all about playing pool. And I'm just not going to get back there, and I can't push rewind. And so what do? We just keep that shit live, and we move on to the next thing. And if I look at your comments, maybe you'll... Do I listen to Pink Floyd? A little bit. Not religiously. I mean, I do here and there. You know. I've done enough drugs. I've listened to Pink Floyd. I've never like sat and had like a communion with Pink Floyd. I've never done that. Like, let me sit down with this album and see what they have to say. I've never done that. I can tell their music is wonderful. I really like ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. I think they might be a better band. I think Chicago is pretty fucking rad. I think there's a couple, you know. But I've never sat down with Pink Floyd or, you know, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Like, you know, they're great. They're great. I love their music. I think it's because it's always so popularized and identified by most people that they're playing it all the time. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll listen to it when you got it. Because I'm not going to sit here and just like download the whole fucking thing. Because then I'll be like, oh yeah, I know this shit. I'm like, oh, it's a unique experience of somebody else that knows that music. Because I'm going to bring a bunch of different music to the table. Like Bus Driver and... Anybody know Bus Driver? Check him out. Wax and Herbal Tea. Damn, that's some good shit right there. Oh, Vegan Truther, you're a male? Oh, damn it. Well, cool. Put your picture over there, man. Stop with the V. You know, I think I'm missing the V for Vendetta or V for... What up, Johnny K? Johnny K, I'm so happy that you got to listen to me live at your dead corporate job. You're the thing that keeps the thing moving, you know? You're the living situation. You're the living truth of the organized, energetic system of the influx. Look here's all the people. It's like, and here's the church, here's the steeple, blah, blah, blah. It's that energy that keeps the corporation alive. Like, we keep dead things alive all the time. If you have a good company that you work for, I think that's awesome. You know, that you can have good company, but corporations not so much. Corporations are not company. Cro-Magna, you know Bill Burr, huh? I'm so far behind, guys, so I'm gonna try to catch up real quick. Philly is dirty. It's a filthy place. What's up? Go to fucking all this shit and Saturn stuff. Good to see you, man. Or a woman, whatever you are. Or computer system. TikTok. I would love to talk to you. I'd love to do a one-on-one split screen with you. You just said that a lot of time your mind is blank. How does that work? I attempt to bring my place to that, I guess you'd call it samadhi or this place of revelation, which is to reveal what's behind the curtain by cloaking your mind in oblivion. Yeah, you can catch all those words. Those are good ones. To disguise yourself, and that way you reveal yourself out here everywhere. But I think most people are so overly analytical that they can't empty their mind. So if you really do, and you can find places of an empty mind, like I just like anybody else, you know what anybody does any drugs at all is to escape the systematic here to here to here methodology of the mind. We don't escape reality. What we do is we get out of the concept of this will lead to this, because if you had enough drinks, you don't know where it's going next. If you smoke enough, you don't know where it's going next. If you do enough LSD, mushrooms, etc., any psychedelics, everything is psychedelic, by the way, you don't know what's going to happen next. So therefore, you can have a clean, clear, unobstructed mind. To have an unobstructed mind is to be clear of mind. To have clear of mind, it says, here's the trick though, and this needs to be clear for people. If your mind was empty, then if it was truly empty, you'd forget your name, you would forget the letters A through Z, you'd forget 1 through 9, you'd forget all of that. You'd observe the tree, not even know it's a tree, and you'd be it's like the that old what is it, the baby, the foreigner, and the guy in mushrooms from Saturday Night Live. Right? To be so completely oblivious to the fact that you even have a mind, the fact that your mind can be empty still gives you articulation to perceive the fact that you have a mind that could obtain anything. You would lose physical form and be part of the whole entire structure and system, which is great. We're all one. We're all the same thing. Kind of. When people come and say that, I'm like, you're not getting it completely, because you get too fucking out there that you can't self-identify, and you lose ego, and ego is essential to having an experience. But to have this mind that somehow can collapse information inside of here to give you what is a memory, which is your history, and have a concept of the future of somewhere you'd like to be. The only way that you can have a present moment is to have both of those things. If you don't have a past and you don't have a future, you can't be here now. So this whole thing that people we're all one thing, we're all here now. Like, no, fuck off. You're just repeating shit. Because if you were here now, your brain would be working just like mine. I'm just like, I'm out of my mind. Wait, I'm here. Wait, am I supposed to say this? Can I tell you all this? Can we be real here? Can I talk to you like you're just one of me? But I know you're separate because you're out. I can't quite fucking touch you, right? You see? The only way I can perceive that you exist over there is the fact that I know that before I came here today, I had yesterday which didn't involve a telephone that I could talk to all of you on. And then I know that tomorrow we'll have a computer system that wraps around this shit, and I can walk into, be like, oh, what's up, Zen? And we're like across fucking borders, but we can walk through. Like that gives me my present moment. That gives me my mind to store all this information for me to be able to talk to you. So to say we're all one thing, we're just present. It still is obliged that you have a mind that can contain the concept. Present moment now is a concept. It's a concept. You have to think about it right now. Are you experiencing this? How are you experiencing this is a different question than are you experiencing this? You are experiencing this. It still takes a mind to do it. You have to consider, am I experiencing this? How am I experiencing this? Is it good, bad, indifferent? Well, that's where most people start. You know, we start way down there. We go, well, what is this about I like and what I don't like? And then, but then we'll get into this really like, oh, Nava, but I'm having this experience and I'm present. Like, are you present? If you're present, you're still thinking about you being present, right? See, that's the trick. I don't know where to go with that. I can't give you, I can't tell you how to, I don't know if there's an answer to that, but that's a thing. That is a thing. That's what my mind said. Or is that what my spirit said? Is that what my spirit guide said? Is that what my God said? Is that what, did you all tell me to say that? See? Still a little behind. I'm going to try to catch up. Oh, Steve P. Kratom and piss. That's cool, man. Kratom and piss and wine. That's one of the greater trifectas right there. Hey, before I forget and do this, let me plug in my phone into the wall. Cro-Magna. That, you know, hey, Cro-Magna. You know what's amazing is I have so many crow friends in my neighborhood now. I think that if I walked out in the front right now, I could introduce you to all my crow friends. I got lots of crow friends. Steve P. You paid 33 euros. Of course you did. Amazing. I've gotten so many. I had so many 33 connections between like at 3:33 in the afternoon. Somebody gave me $33.33, and then somebody's gonna listen and be like, "Oh my God, I knew it. He was fucking Illuminati. He was a fucking base of the whole tribe. God damn it, he lied to us. How dare he?" But it was curious because I actually walked across the street and there was a license plate that said 3:33, and it was 3:33 p.m. and somebody donated $33.33 to me the moment that I opened up my phone, which was fucking. Yeah, warmth is good. Keep it beneath 108 degrees, 111 degrees maybe. What up, Damien? Otter, I don't think you can do damage per se. It's just something to filter through your system, but you should, if you can, find tattoo ink that is, and Damien, this is for you too, man. I would say start making your own ink or look into some heavier concepts of you could sell that to people like on some real shit, like you're giving people gold, silver, and copper tattoos. Have you ionized all that shit? If you ionize silver, gold, and you use the monoatomic elements and blah blah blah, like you could really like, you're doing real fucking heavy duty work there. Funniest dude that ever put me onto that actually was Daniel Vitalis. Whenever I met him in North Carolina, and he had a bunch of black ink on his whole forearm and in his chest, and I asked him about his ink, and he said it was all had like gold and different elements in the ink, because that's going to end up going into your blood anyway. So yeah, pretty heavy duty stuff. I would suggest that. Oh, Brandon Esteban, check your ingredients is what you're looking for. I'm way behind here, yo. Check your ingredients. It's from the Lupe Fiasco second album, The Cool, and there's a woman poem a woman that read her poem in the first song. It says, "Check your ingredients before you overdose on The Cool," and I thought it was amazing. I've seen him twice live. Lupe Fiasco. The first show was amazing. The second show sucked ass. But the first show was in Baltimore, and I actually got to meet like a dude that does audio. Like he produces audio for. He was producing audio for the show and had an extra ticket, so he sold me the ticket, and I went with him and I hung out with him at the bar for a while, and he was telling me all about this thing. It's kind of like brown noise or gray noise or it's why people like to go to bars is because there's a background acoustical quality that puts people's brain into. It's not necessarily just the drinking, it's the noise of everybody else being there. That I just can't remember the name that he went to school. He went to school for the fucking shit, and he was like, it's called the he gave it a name, but it was the noise that was in the background that caused people to flock there, to go to bars. Not necessarily to get drunk or even, it was the acoustics property. Cro Magna, I hear you on people understanding who you are. I'm going to go be who I am and piss into this glass. So when I come back, I'll have a little more to say. We're at 2:02, and maybe I'll even change my hat. Everybody always thinks this is pink, but this is orange or peach, man. This is the peach. I'm the Peach Panther, Maybe I'll put my pink hat on. But I'll be back in like 1 minute, y'all. Well, I realized when I got up to go piss, I really didn't need to piss as bad as I thought, so I just put more wine in the glass. That's what happened. And so I do apologize to anybody that thought that I was going to change my ways and behavior and attitude for the second half of this video. I'm just going to keep drinking. Sorry, y'all. But Cro Magna, that's awesome. It's interesting, knowing someone but not really knowing them. Like, what are they really like? I was listening to back to comedians again. Somebody that I just came across within the last week, who has quickly become one of my more favorite comedians, and I'll share that with you next time. I just can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he talks about when you're married, you finally can be yourself. It's like everything else before being married is always like, it's an act that people put on to. It's like, hey, this is what people like. This is what you want to see. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fart. I'm not gonna, and we're gonna, tiptoe the little thing and make sure that we don't do anything to offend anyone. And then all of a sudden you're married and you're like, oh, okay, I can fart and just like actually be myself. And you don't know the person you married because the person is nothing like what you thought. And I found that being myself makes a lot of people not like me. But I'd rather have people not like my true self than to like my inauthentic self. But luckily, I never had to deal with the second part because I don't know what it would look like not to be like myself. I watch people do it. I interact with people that do it, and it burns every part of my spirit. But yeah, I think it's really, it would speed up the evolutionary process of the human being if we would all just be like, this is what I'm like. This is how I am. Wish I could change it. I wish I could be better. I wish I could be more like you wanted me to be, but I just can't do it. I don't know if that was Bill Clinton or like an excited Southerner. What up, other and whoever I haven't said hi to? I noticed you here. Good to see you. I will say hi to you, Bap. What's up, man? And Otter, what's going on, man? And Zach Chrono, you know I always say hi to you. Uh, yeah, they're really trying to fuck Kratom up these days. Um, I've done a bit of it. I don't think it's the greatest thing. I mean, I've gotten sick off of it. Like, well, I was also drinking and doing other things, but kratom's a great idea. But the thing is, it's just like any other substance. Don't just in moderation. It's a great idea. You don't overdo it. I don't think that most of the world is pretty obvious. Like what goes on. Like here, these elements just do this much. Don't do that much. Do this much. And I think most elements are like that. And kratom is especially one of them. You know, because it's so effective in what it offers. Like, I don't think you can OD on it, but I think you can get sick off of it. I think it's just similar to any other, poppy seeds. Poppy seeds, then all of a sudden, like, or coca leaf. You could eat too much coca leaf. You could drink too much poppy tea. But all of a sudden, you cut it down, and all of a sudden it's heroin. You cut down the coca leaf, and all of a sudden it's cocaine. And it's like, all of a sudden there's all these other principles in it. Like, that's not what we're talking about. But every element, if you took it the right amount, it has a benefit to the human experience. Because isn't that what we're always talking about? Like, what really matters here other than your happiness, your comfort, and your experience? Isn't that what we're always talking about? Because for me, the only thing I'm worried about for myself, really and truthfully, is I want to start with being warm and comfortable. Then everything after that is separate. Like, I just want to be warm and comfortable. That's all. Then we can get into like, okay, then you need to feed me. Well, most people want to eat first, but I don't really care about eating because I know better. But make sure I'm more uncomfortable. And then, how can I upgrade this experience? Here's this little green herb that we have here. What do you call it? Well, I don't know. It's one from one of these plants. Okay, I've never eaten that plant before. Have you ever eaten a plant that just disagreed with your system? Not too often. Most plants are just like, oh, yeah, here you go. I'm gonna give you the benefit. I'm the benefactor of the plant's life, right? I am the benefactor of the entire world the plant lived in. There's no roof over its head. It got rained on. It got sun on it. It was sitting there in salt. It was sitting there doing this and creating this wonderful thing that then I consumed. I was like, oh, look at this. I get all the wisdom of this plant. So when you find plants that grow in a climate that's very hot, you'll find that plant, think the idea. Here's the idea that you need to think. You won't find marijuana growing in Siberia. Follow me here. So you don't smoke marijuana in Siberia. You don't eat cactus in the Northeast. But if you go to the south, right around the equator, you'll find cactus. Then it'll get you really high. And if you go to the Northeast, you'll find weed growing everywhere, and it'll get you really high. And if you go to Siberia, what you'll find is there's mushrooms growing on cow shit, and the reindeer, and all the, there's the whole thing going on here. And they're giving you the life experience of the mushroom, of the cactus, of the marijuana. It's giving you its life experience. It's like, here. I mean, we can get farther into this with what alcohol is the experience of the wheat or the grain that then was alchemized with a bunch of principles of the... you see how this works? So you're getting information from the natural world that's going to go, here's all the information that I got. It's yours. And what did they trade? What did they trade? Because it's a they. A plant is a they. It's a them. That plant. It traded... It was like, I've been sitting here, and I want to get up and I want to walk around. And you eat it, and all of a sudden it's in your body. It's like, holy shit, I'm walking around in a human body. And that plant that was sitting there stuck, rooted into the earth, is like, I'm a fucking god. And walks around in your body and observes what you observe. And that thing gets its life out of the thing that you do, and you get its information of knowing what a cactus had to go through to become a cactus. So the shaman eats the shit that produced the mushroom from the cow, so it knows then the moon, which created the mushroom off of the cow shit, which was the cow's milk and the milk of Moloch, and being the mother of the earth, that you eat that and you become wop 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 wop, like the mushroom god, like fucking Super Mario Brothers. You do that, and then all of a sudden you go down here and you're like, oh, I'm in the south, and like you all of a sudden you drink the what? Tequila. It's made with the fucking cactus. You're like, wow, holy shit. And that's the experience people get out of finding the energy of the life force that was injected and ingested into the principle of the plant that then you eat and become part of that. But when you take salt, when you take of the dead world, when you cook something and you burn it, you kill the life force. And all that's doing to you then is giving you a dead world experience. But what the fuck do I know? Hope you guys are enjoying this random talk into the wilderness of the mind. Steve P, a million lira note. I'm assuming a million lira is worth next to Dick, but oh, Cro-Magnon, you know about Bus Driver? Good for you. Don't forget, he just came out with a new album, yo. Check it out. Holy shit. I didn't... Cro-Magnon, why don't you ever tell me this? How come people come to my channel and they got channels they don't tell me? I would come watch you guys. Mayan Jin Abaddon. I like that. Vegan Truther, I'm so far behind here. I've done videos on the simulation. Go check those out. I'm not going to dig into it here because I'm already running my mouth too long here. But it doesn't matter because you still have an experience. You still have feelings. You're having this experience. Who the fuck cares? What's up, Alchemy Gains? What up, Declan Hopcroft? Did you change your last name? It used to not be Hopcroft. Declan. It was Declan. What was your last name? You changed it, right? It was not Hopcroft. No way. Or am I having a one of those experiences of the timeline dilation shit? Declan, I didn't know it was Hopcroft. I thought it was something else. Sono Logos, good to see you, man. Yeah, Naughty Hots boy. I guess I'm way behind here. 333 has been fucking all over the place. It's a little bit freaky, in the sense of like, did I just get initiated in a club that I didn't know that I was trying to get into? Because I had some really, really, really weird experiences recently. So, 11 days into a water fast, tempted to break any pearls to push on. If you continue on to day 43, you'll be as cool as me. Sonos Logos, come on, man. 11 days, fucking man up, you know? You are not your body. Start there. You're barely your mind. You're definitely not your body. But your spirit will reside in the temple, right? And if you clean the temple properly, what do you have left? Nothing. Then you just start putting things in there that you want. If you cleaned out your entire house, if you sold everything in your house and cleaned it all out, then you could buy and put back in there exactly what you wanted afterwards. You'd be like, oh, it's empty. But then you have all the energy back of all the things that were in your house, right? So get rid of the concept that you're on day 11. Who the fuck cares? Do you need anything right now? Do you really need any? Do you need to eat anything? Is your body like, I'm gonna die? Then you have to say, you, not your mind, but you have to go, ugh. You have to, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, body, do I need food? Then your mind goes, do I need food? And then your spirit goes, fuck food. What do you have to lose? You'll kill us. The mind and the body both get very, very frightened when your spirit says, fuck off. When your spirit is like, fuck you mind, fuck you body, I'm doing what I'm doing. Your body's like, oh shit, oh, what the fuck? And then your mind is like, ooh, there's a million reasons you should eat right now. Push it one more second. Man, if you fucking die because of this on day 11 and it's my fault, my responsibility, fuck. Don't do that. You might as well eat. Just go eat. Just fucking eat like, you should probably eat like a bunch of chicken wings. Now you see that alteration? That makes you go like, what a stupid idea. Eating chicken wings isn't going to do anything for you. You don't need any food. What the fuck do you need? Zet Chronum, is it narcissistic that you don't want long dreads? You think you look better with shorter hair? I never seen you, man, but I think you probably look like a dummy either way. I don't know. Narcissism is a really weird concept. I've done many videos on that, so I'm not going to get into it too much here, but what would make you feel better? Long hair or short hair? You know? Is there something else you can accomplish with longer hair and short hair? I have a beard because my fucking face happens to grow hair, and so I happen not to cut it. Like, I'll trim it up a little bit before it starts, like, becoming a wrangled, tangled mess, but what do I require? I wasn't born with scissors, right? But then I was like, I'm an adult, and I can figure out for myself if I'd like to go turn that little piece of thing into some metal, that then I can create a knife and then, you know, keep this so I don't look like a fucking hobo. Not that most of you in the room, if you're here now, you're probably like, all right, he's not a hobo. But other people are like, this fucking hobo. This fucking crustacean. Look at this asshole. What is he, homeless? What's this retard doing with all his fucking hair? But, yeah. Vegan Truther 33 does equal orange, which is pretty, looking at Clockwork Orange. Clockwork Orange means Clockwork 33, and considering who he was and the movies he was involved in, Clockwork 33, which is the spine, right? You know all that too, right? I'm so far behind here, Vegan Truther. I'm 222, where you said 33 equals orange. So I've done this in many videos, so I always hate being redundant, but I don't know what video to point you towards to learn the other things about your teeth and your spine and all that shit. And days of the... we'll do that in a second. I'm going to get down to the bottom and see if you want me to continue on with the 33 thing. TikTok, she legit. She is legit. She legit's a really, really, really interesting thing, because of the idea of what it is. And I talk about salt a lot, and I talk about, living off self, and then considering what is and what isn't a living organic system. And she legit should be an organic, mineral rich thing. It's kind of like honey. She legit and honey are similar in the sense that they both don't die, but they're living, and they're both very, like, they have a lot of nutrition in them. So I very like she legit honey and salt are a weird trifecta because salt is dead and it's killing, it's cubed, but she legit and honey are viscous. And it seems to be the result of and the energy there's energy in both of those things. I would wonder what it would what honey or she legit would do if you were to plug something into it. Like a lemon or a potato, you could make a clock run because there's energy. I wonder about those two things. Batman. Man, what's up with everybody with their other half? Lately, people have been seeing me at my worst, or whatever that means. Am I what's the word? Least lucid. That like everybody's like, oh, me and my friend are on here, and I'm like, fuck, am I talking to everyone now? Is everyone listening to me? Fuck, am I saying the right thing? Yeah. Oh, cry. Hey, Bap, did I ever meet your wife before you knew her? That's funny. I've never done any voodoo or hoodoo, and I just speak weird shit. But that's so funny, Bap, man. Um, by the way, anybody that doesn't know, you should all check out Bap's channel. He doesn't usually come here as Art by Bap. It's usually I forget your other name, but he does some cool work. Lots of cool stuff. You should all check it out. Yeah, Alchemy Gains. You're correct there on the nausea from the kratom. You just gotta use it in the right quantities. Kratom and kava are very interesting plants. Um, Cro Magna, you said kava kava is underrated, especially when used in conjunction with mugwort or yerba mate. Yerba mate is a great balance for kava because yerba mate is a stimulant, whereas kava is a relaxer. So you get a mind stimulant and a body relaxer. You can get out of go if you were to go to sleep at night. One of the best combinations you could probably choose to use, and I'm only realizing this right now because you said this, is if you were to take kava and yerba mate at the same time, you'd probably have a very 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 lucid dream, because the concept is mind awake, body asleep. This comes from Rich 2150X, Rich 2150X. One of the greatest teachers out there. He's so funny. He's a goofy old fucker. And he talks about mind awake, body asleep. And the concept is always peppered in throughout the videos that I've made on how to lucid dream and get out of body and all this. But if you find an element that will cause your body to just relax and your mind to stay hyper focused, you'll have a very very lucid dream. You could get out of body very quickly. So those two things are a great idea. Yeah, Steve P. Piss and urine is a great idea. Less is more. Place a gap, then place another. Yeah. What up, Rising Love? Oh, Rising Love, what you doing in here? Thank you again. Damn it. You know what's really funny and frustrating and weird to me is there's a few people on here that offer me currency so like like the word is like frivolously. I mean, for me, you're so generous towards me. I really appreciate it. Cause if I had $1 million, I would give me money the way that you give me money. So I appreciate it. Is basically what I want to say, cause fuck, whenever I see money show up on my account because people got something out of what I had to say that offered some sort of benefit to life, I'm like, oh man, that's a lot of money. And you always give me lots of currency, and I'm like, wow, holy shit, did I really affect your life that much? Because I think of it this way: if everybody was given $1 million, and let's just start right there, we're all given $1 million, live life. How much money would you all give me? Right? How much money would I give you? And I always think about it in that way. Like if you knew, here's your time and here's your money. You get 72 years, you get a house, you get food, and you have this money to spend on extracurricular things to improve or, whatever someone's life. And what would you give to someone? Like, it's funny. Like, I have next to nothing, and I'll give whatever I have. But that's just like, well, okay, that's some sort of, mental construct that I have with the universe. But if everybody had the same shit, what would they give? I always wonder about that. And what you give me, by the way, is really fucking. If you're a fucking billionaire, well, if you're a billionaire, you suck at giving money. But if you made $100,000 a year, like, holy shit, you're still doing like, damn, I'm really worth this to you in your life. And if you made like 50K, if you worked at like Taco Bell and you were giving me the money, I'm like, whoa, you keep your money, keep your fucking money, because you need it more than I do. So I find a lot of funny and humor and curiosity in like, how people spend their money. Like people go out to nice dinners on credit, right? People go to nice. The fancy thing, and they're like, I'm willing to put myself in a ditch for you. That's the concept. People are willing to put themselves behind the 8 ball for other people. But for whatever all that conversation and thing is worth, like, thank you, because you man, like this, right? Shit, I'm drinking this for you right now. So this hour and 30 minutes is yours, and I've always told you, like, if you ever want a one-on-one, like, just let me know. Curl Magna, I wish I could remember the quote I gave when you said great quote there, because in the same vein, you see it when people tell people in the physical world to go fuck off and they get scared. Yeah. Vegan truther, you can definitely go without food for a very long time. The food. Here we go. Let me do this real quick. So the food only becomes then water. What they say is, if you have food, chew it until it becomes liquid. But the food becomes the liquid, becomes the gas. Because of the last, he who gets the last laugh is, because what you do is when you eat, you have to breathe. Because the breathing is giving you the energy that came from the food that was holding the carbon. Do you see? So, when you drink water, what you get is hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen's in there. So you take the hydrogen and oxygen and put it in the plant, and then becomes the carbon. You take the carbon and the hydrogen and the oxygen, and then, so you see, you're stepping up value systems here to the point of breathing. So if you can breathe right, you can survive off minuscule amounts of food. Because what you're doing is correcting the carbon bond, and you're adjusting the water from being two gases to separate the gases, which then become the spirit, because the spirit molecule is DMT, and the DMT is what? It's laughing gas. It's up there. It's helium. It's now I say these, not saying if you just take some helium you're gonna be wise. Like, no. I'm giving you like a sense of where do things sit on this plane of existence. You have heavy water, you have dense water, you have less dense water. You've got the fourth kind of water. Then you've got we've got these things over here, then we've got the air, and the air gets separated by the densities. There's densities to things. And so we adjust density. So we adjust density by first the three levels of solid, liquid, and gas, and then we adjust within each of those. And so the more you steer towards and here's why you do this. So look, so that Jay-Z bullshit or whatever is you put your hands like this. So you connect, these two are neutral and these two are, look at, see, it's white and it's gray. It's masculine, it's feminine, it's left hand, it's right hand. What I do is I'll do this. So if we do this, what we do is we connect neutrals and this. And I breathe. And that breath causes my lungs connected. So my eyes, my nose connect to my lungs, connect to my kidneys, connected to my testicles. Loop up this system of creating energy, which then I can force back into myself by squeezing my PC muscle and breathing properly to cause my lungs to create energy, which is life, which creates the pressure, which makes my heart beat. My heart doesn't beat, and yours doesn't. Your heart is not the thing. It's your lungs. Your lungs are this big. Your heart's this big. Your heart's doing nothing. Your heart is only a mechanism that is being compressed based upon these two giant lungs. And I've said this plenty of times. Breathe really deep and heavy and watch your heart rate go up. Your heart is only in a submissive position to your lungs. The more you breathe, the more your heart beats. It's just that simple. I could make my heart beat with my mind if I was really good, but for the general principle of the human body, what you do is you breathe to create. And what also happens is sometimes you look at something and all of a sudden it makes you excited. Oh, I want that, or I don't like that, or duh, and it gets you excited. And what you do is you'll hold your breath, or you'll do something which will cause pressure on your entire system, which causes your heart to beat faster. To start compressing something, to push blood for flight or flight. So remember always that the lungs are doing it, not your heart. Your heart is like, oh, the heart is doing it. It's Venus. It's the mother. No. It's your breathing patterns. Sonos Lagos. Good to see you, man. Vegan Truther, I'll get on in 33s in a little bit. Let me try to catch up here. I'm so far behind, y'all. Manny Farm. Be wary. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about this the other day. Like fasting and alcohol is an interesting thing. Art by Bat, thank you for the sound. Can, when I used to speak, I've heard my voice often, like, please leave a message after the tone, that kind of shit. I never liked the sound of my voice. I didn't, it was kind of like a self-deprecating perception of, like, I didn't like who I was. I didn't like what was coming out of my mouth. I didn't like it. Not that I didn't think what I was saying was truthful and honest and like what, but everyone said, like, shut your fucking mouth, sit there in your seat and don't talk and blah blah blah. And so what I was saying felt inferior. But then one day I was like, this is just what I sound like. So fuck all you. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And so as I spoke more and listened to myself on camera, I got to the point where, like, I'm more interested in listening to my videos that I just recorded than anybody else's. I mean, I still love, you know, the Terrence McKenna and the Ellen Watts and all these other, like, amazing people that are, I still listen to them. But I found my voice to be very, very, very engaging. And if I really, really tried, see, but that's the thing is once I recognize that I could adjust or manipulate a situation, I just don't do it. Because I used to sell cars because I was just good at doing things. I was just good at speaking. Even though I was not confident, now I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you think. But then that's a slippery slope to me going, I don't care what you think, but I can get something from you if I just bop, 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 bop. I would just hit the little buttons here and get anything I want. I could be sitting in a mansion right now. I just don't, that won't, I already know that won't fulfill my fucking lifestyle and goals and whatever it is because I don't have any. I just don't care. I mean, I love and I care deeply, but the concept of trying to earn a future, I know what the word earn means. It means to die. It means to put the dead ashes in something. I have nothing to earn. I don't need your goddamn respect. Fuck you. Fuck your life. But I also hope that you have a magical, amazing, wonderful day and experience. And I'm caught always right there in the middle of that, which puts me in a position of going, I have nothing to sell you. And I have nothing to gain from you. If you happen to help me out by giving me currency, fuck yes. Yeah. I'm probably going to drink it. I'm probably going to go, I might give it to a homeless person down the street. If you give me $20, I'm probably going to walk down the street and be like, okay, this bartender is probably going to give me free drinks. And this person on the side of the street is probably hustling me. Okay, he's not getting it. Okay, this girl over here, she got a little puppy there. And I'll give her $5 and I'll give this person $5. And that's how I live my life. I have no other way to do it. And that's where I sit. As always. It just doesn't bother me. Like, your opinion of me is your opinion. And your opinion is fucking steeped in philosophical incongruencies and bullshit. Like, your opinion is the same facts that NASA has. It's the same facts that a Christian has. It's the same facts that I have. I got no facts. Shit ain't black and white to me. Shit is a fucking multiple, like look at the experience. There's so many colors everywhere. So all I can do is just go, here, have some. Have some of this. So thank you, Art by Bap. So you got out of body. Okay, here, I'll leave this for everybody else in the future. Crow Magna said, I got out of body using a dream tea of mugwort, chamomile, peppermint, along with extra mugwort, yerba mate, and kava kava. That seems completely correct because those elements there, which you have is mugwort, which is a bitter element that is very brain-oriented. And then you have chamomile, which lowers the heart rate. And you have peppermint, which speeds up the mind. It means to pep the mind. Then you have along with yerba mate, and kava kava, Kava kava is another depressant for the body. You have depressants of the mind and body depressants. That's a really great, unique, wonderful formula where kava kava, mugwort, chamomile, and peppermint and yerba mate, those combined together would make a fucking fabulous tea. And if you want to make a tea, feel free. And when I decide to make this little website or whatever, you could outlet your shit on my website and be like, well, Zen said it was good. He knows how it works. Yeah. Steve P., a mirror under the bed and water next to it is a good idea. Cam, I cannot speak of the effects of cacao. Do you mean cocoa like smokable herb? Or do you mean cocoa like chocolate. So I'm so far behind y'all because it is. Let's see what time. Oh shit! I'm like 15 minutes behind y'all. Steve P, have I ever thought about doing phone ins? I don't know what that means, man, but no. Oh, Rising Love, the more money you give away, the more you get. Well, fuck. Send me your fucking bank account. Shit. I mean, I think that's probably the most righteous thing to do for yourself. Although I wouldn't, I mean, it's funny, like, if you had a huge bank account and you gave it to me, I'd be like, I don't, it's just gonna sit there. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. I'd be like, I would probably call you like, dude, do you want to start I have so many ideas for stores and, uh, you know, all the kind of weird shit that I know. Like I would start a business tomorrow I'll put it out there. If anybody wants to start a business with the most intelligent man in the universe, let me know. The fuck do I gotta do? I'm just sitting here. Honestly, I already talked for fucking 8 hours straight. Y'all can't do that. I can though. I don't even need your money to do it. I just need $36 a month to pay for this fucking phone. Let me make sure my phone is on the. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I was online with the not using my fucking gigabytes of. Yeah, Steve P. I've talked about this too before. Like, distillers are the way to go, man. Like, if I could start a not for profit or non-profit, I'd be like, all I would do is just buy people distillers. Like, okay, your fucking state and city hates you and they want you to die and they're trying to keep you insistent on going to the doctor's office to get your checkup so you can get the more pills and blah 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 and keep the cycle going. Um, I would take down the fucking system by giving people distillers. Clean out your water. If you clean out your water, there's not much else to do after you clean out your water. Like it's really that simple. Yeah, everybody doesn't want a Zen video though, Steve P. A lot of people are like, what the fuck is this retard talking about? Rising Love, yeah, Eric Dubay is pretty fresh, man. I love the fact that everybody in the community of flat earthers, they the whole thing now is that everybody within that community is sitting there attacking each other. I mean, it was already organized to begin with, and I'm not gonna go too deep on it, but I noticed a couple of the people that were like planted disservicing agents for the death cult, and then realizing that everybody's just out there fighting. Like, what the fuck is there to fight about? Like, okay, let's just figure out who is lying. It's those assholes, and then people within like this flat earthers. Like, Eric Dubay been out here fucking. Eric Dubay has been fucking just giving people just doing it. And then they're out here like, I can't believe Eric Dubay is a fuck you. Like, really. Like, and this is the same way I feel about people that shit on people in Hollywood. It irks the fuck out of my being. Like, you don't know these people in Hollywood. I know a lot of people in Hollywood. I am Hollywood. Check me out. I'm so fucking Hollywood. Right? See? Because you don't even know what Hollywood means. You don't even know who these people are. You don't know what Freemasons are. You don't know what magicians are. You don't know. And then people are out here, like, no, I'm saying you guys, but I'm saying, like, they're out here, like, shitting on fucking people in Hollywood. Like, you don't fucking know these people. You don't know Eric Dubay. You know what his fucking agenda is. Oh, you heard him one time. You seen him, like, watch. Somebody's gonna make a video about me one day going, like, look, he was throwing up a fucking Illuminati. Like, I already gone through the whole video where I did the whole fucking thing. I've gone through every fucking gang sign and sign symbol and bullshit. Yeah, you can take it any way the fuck you want. Just because you don't get it means you don't get it. So fucking get hip to it. I don't know. It's always curious to me when people like they got more time to like break down somebody else's character rather than build themselves and humanity up. Because all I can see is from Eric Dubay and all the other good flat earthers is that they're trying to build humanity up. And you got a few people in there that are just trying to like let's just point at the kill the fucking mailman. This is the concept. Just because your father wasn't fucking your mother right, the mailman and the fucking milkman impregnated your mother, and you're actually not you're not the child of your father because your father was a fucking prick. Like that's the whole movement of if you get a little. Is he being humorous? What is he doing? Why is he saying this? I'm being funny, but I'm also being truthful. Like, people are too busy trying to fuck each other up rather than going, oh, thank you for the information, Eric Dubay. I don't agree with everything you say, but. And most of the people that are, like, insulting Eric Dubay are people that are, like, they want to, like, take Jesus's genitals. I'll rename this Jesus genitals. They're like Jesus, yes. Never met the guy, but I'm certainly going to speak forth his... Oh, I just got a bunch of fucking egg on my face. Because Jesus was... Jesus actually didn't come on people. He spit eggs out of his penis hole. If you didn't know that. That's just a little side note. You can verify that if you read all the literature that was written in the Bible and the people that will verify the Bible. What the fuck am I talking about? Rising Love, you said waning is for increasing and waxing is to remove. It's funny when they say somebody is waxing philosophical or waxing something. To wax is to be a witch is to take the hexagram beehive and turn it into what is then a candle. So a candle wax. So you create something out of wax. Intention is set inside of a witch's wax. So waxing is not necessarily removing. I have to really fully disagree with you there. Waxing is about burning wax. Maybe we're just playing with semantics, but burning wax is building. Because you're burning down the hive of the hive mind that was created within the hexagram and the hexagon structure of the honey. There's a honey. Look at my old videos. I'm sure you've seen it, but there's an old video I did on beehives, honey, wax, and all of the elements of the majesty, the magistrate. Steve P, send your debts to the people that owe you. Cro-Magna, come to New Orleans. Let's do it. I mean, I used to build houses. Like, tools and shit are easy for me. Like, I know how to use tools. I know how to build things. I'm an architect. And yeah, if you really wanted to, come through. I got a lot of great ideas for how to do it, and I know the city a little bit. What up, Shirley Cortese? So, I got to the end here. What up, Super Champion Rocker? Yeah, expanding the Jesus shooting eggs out of his penis hole because it would just be funny to say. I don't know. That was the end of it. I didn't have much more to say about Jesus spitting the eggs. I mean, there is that. If you really want to play with it, there's the Easter Bunny thing. There's the Ishtar. Ishtar is the Easter, is the Eastern, is the bunny, the egg, which is connected to Jesus. I mean, I didn't mean for the long joke there, but like we could play with it. I didn't. How do I feel about jobs? I don't feel anything about them. I feel very good about work. I feel very good about people working, but jobs, no. Rising Love, good to see you. Thanks for all that you do for me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go drink another glass of whatever for you. I'll see you in 1 second, y'all. Give me 30 seconds. Count it down, y'all. Do it. 30. See, I'm a time lord, so if you were actually to look at the thing, it was actually 30 seconds right to the dot. I'm not sure why I know that, but do I do readings? Oh yeah, plenty of times. A lot of people, there's a lot of people on here that I've read for, and I've had people tell me that it was dead on. I don't do it as like a profession or anything. My favorite character from Rick and Morty? My friend always says that she is like Morty and I'm like Rick. Because obviously I'm the most intelligent man in the fucking universe, but I'm a goddamn asshole. I mean, that's about the size of it. At least I cause an adventure for people. Because if it wasn't for Rick, there'd be no adventures, and Morty's life would be death. Morty is Mort. Mort is death. Rick is a dick, which is the projection of life into the universe. It's a very simple thing. Mort is death, and without Rick's ambivalent behavior towards everything and just creating, Morty would have no life. He'd be part of that fucking family that sucks giant balls of dog shit, right? Which is actually the whole thing. If anybody doesn't know this, Rick and Morty is based upon Doc and Marty, which is Back to the Future. Back to the Future is the whole thing there, yeah. Illumis, I read you a couple times. It was dead on. That's awesome. I'm so happy it was. And that's when I try to explain to people how that's done and like what channeling is and shit. Like it's because I have no interest in being right or wrong for you. I just don't care. I don't. It's I have little interest in the outcome of whatever I might say. It's that simple. And because I have little interest in the outcome of what I might say, what I say is always absolutely what the truth is. Because I don't care what you think. I don't care what happens. I hope it happens well for you. And so when people's perception of the next event gets in the way of them allowing for the next event to occur. Right? And so for me, I don't know what the next event is because I just don't care to know. Because if I knew, I'd be doing my God thing, which is where I'm all the time, and I would know what's coming next. And if I knew what's coming next, it would be boring. If I just said, if I did all the things that I tell you all to do, all the time, because I would be so well versed in
prophetic future perceptions, meaning I could tell you what's going to happen next. That would be boring to do because I'd be like, well, I can't lose at this. There's no fun in a game that you play that you can't lose at. There's no fun in that. Right? But we've been living in a world where we've been subjugated to a bunch of people that are playing a game that you don't know you're playing. They're playing a game subjecting you to rules, laws, obligations, and understandings because you understand. They overstand. They say, do you understand? You say, yes, I understand. Yeah, you stand under. You say, no, fuck that. I overstand this. See, that's the trick of the whole thing. You control your own universe. As soon as you realize that you stand in your universe, you overstand it. You're standing on top of the place that you live. If somebody says, do you understand? It means you're buried. Understanding means you're dead. It means, yes, I understand. I understand. Overstand goes like this. See the difference? I overstand. Right? So overstand the things that you're going to say. Then everything becomes the thing beneath you. The world, you overstand the world. Somebody says, do you understand the planet? Do you understand the world? Do you understand what Earth is? You would have to, if you were thinking, say, no, I do not understand the world. I do not understand Earth. I do not understand this. I overstand it. Simple principle. How could you ever understand? Understand dead things? Do you understand air, fire, earth, and water? You can't. How could you understand those things? You're made of those things. Either you understand or you overstand. As soon as you understand, you fucked up. There you go. Art by bet. If a man has no ledge, he has nothing to stand on. Yeah, knowledge is nothing. Knowledge is to know where the ledge is. What do you do when you know the ledge is? Do you not go near it? Do you not go near the knowledge, the no ledge? It would keep moving for you. You would never have to jump off the ledge. You would just have to keep walking, and the ledge would keep recreating itself. It's called the who said this? Vesuvius. I liked his channel before he changed the name of it a lot better. He became some sort of soothsayer and sage, where he went from Vesuvius to uplifting humanity. Which, okay, whatever. I mean, I don't know the dude. You know, I felt more connected to his channel before, but he would always say, and I dig the fuck out of everything he says. I'm giving his props and his compliments. The concept of knowledge, of knowing. I mean, I just talked myself right the fuck out of this. What did he say? Holy shit! I just. Do you ever get a bubble in your brain and it just explodes because you were like, I have this really certain thing I want to explain, and you lost it. Oh, there it is. That's the end of the show. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm out of here. Yeah, thanks, Bap. I will. I'm going to drink myself into remembering what the fuck. Yeah, Vesuvius did somebody. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. At least, is anybody want to laugh at that too? Because this is what you're paying for. You're paying for a complete dumb asshole to say something that's smart. I'd rather listen to a smart person talk stupid shit than a stupid person try to act smart. Go ahead, write that one in your diary. Well, thank you, man. I love you too. You're a fucking cool cat. I appreciate what you do. I like your channel. That's awesome. That's why Somebody asked me the other day, "What's up, Super Champion Rocker? How many people have inspired to start a channel?" And I didn't know, and a couple of people like came on and like hit me up on the email. I was like, "Oh, I started my channel because of your channel." I was like, "Man, I didn't know that. I don't, you know, that's so cool. That's so fucking cool. I wish everybody had a channel. Like for me, I wish everybody was like out here on the internet just like." What up, Ray Nava? I wish everybody was out here just at least giving like one tiny little bit of who they are, because like earlier when I was talking about this idea of I hated the sound of my voice. I don't like what I look like. Well, I mean, I do now. I used to think I'm not an attractive person, and I'm not very smart, and I'm not good at talking, and my voice is weird. I would think all these things. That's a commonality. Yeah. Sometimes, don't get me wrong. If I trim this beard up and put my hair down and put a suit on, like, I might steal your chick. Like that's not my problem. That's my Gemini quality of nature. But as an overall thing, like, yeah. But as an overall thing, I don't know. Like, is my beard right? Am I it? What about this stuff? Is this all? Is my eyebrows right? And that's the thing. That's the thing is you never really know about what you are to anybody else. You never know who you are, and you just go, am I good enough? Am I strong enough? Am I fast enough? Am I smart enough? Am I doing the right thing to make everybody else? Who wants to laugh? Is it laughter time? So we go to a comedy club and we go like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the other show and it's gonna be smart time, and yeah. Bap, you better watch out. I'm gonna have to come over. I'm gonna have to cross the giant pond and come over and see your chick, yo. Hey, my my hair is better than my hat, and so are my short and curlies too. The short and curlies, you know about them? I got them. I got them on my face too. These aren't all mine. I still have a few from last night. From Zach Crony, you have self-deprecating talks. Well, I think there's something healthy in that, but some people go too far with it. Self-deprecating is good because it depends on what you define as yourself. If you think yourself is your person, then self-deprecating is decent. You're a decent human being to deprecate yourself. But other people don't find self-deprecating humor very funny. Or blue humor. Death and self-deprecation people don't like sometimes. And especially if a good-looking person has self-deprecating blue humor, people can't quite understand it. Because they're like, why would you want to hurt yourself? Why would you want to kill yourself? Why don't you like yourself? Ugly people find self-deprecating humor reasonable. So when somebody that is like reasonably good looking is like, hey, I've got a good joke about how much I fucking hate myself, they don't like that because they can't understand it. Like, because they look, somebody that's ugly looks at somebody that's beautiful as like, are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of me because that's the way I feel? You're the good looking one. How dare you? But it's I've dealt with this a lot. I was talking about this last night for the 20 people that showed up, and I cut the broadcast off. Being reasonably okay looking, being reasonably intelligent, being reasonably funny, it doesn't work well with people that aren't as good at it as you are. Like, I could talk for, obviously, I've done a show for 8 hours. I've said this before. I could do a show for 2 hours, no problem. Doesn't bother me anymore. My voice, my what I look like. I'm looking at myself. I'm right fucking there. Ooh, is that me? Is that me? No, here. Hey, Bap. Tell your girl to get over here. Let me play with her. Tell her to put her on the screen. I'll wiggle. I'll wiggle a little bit. Now you got me laughing over here. But the point is, getting to the original thought is this: be comfortable with yourself. Thank you. There you go. Be comfortable with yourself. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I wasn't always smart. I wasn't always good looking, but I'm fucking smart and good looking now. Until somebody better looking and smarter comes near me, and then I'm just like, fuck. Like if Brad Pitt was like knocked on my door right now, I was like, fuck, I'm not good looking right now. And then if like somebody really smart like Oprah was, wait, that was, Oprah's not very smart, huh? Anybody want a smart person? Anybody? So that's the thing, is you're always, as soon as you divide yourself away from everyone else and say that person is better than me or worse than me at something, you lose self-identity. You lose what you are. Like, if I had to compare myself, all I can compare myself is to myself, right? So I say, am I as good as I was yesterday? Am I better or worse? Or I don't know. I'm just me right now. And then all of a sudden you become momentary. You lose yourself outside. You get outside of the illusion. Like right now, what the fuck do I have to do? What do you have to do right now? You're just listening. You could do the same thing I'm doing. Maybe you won't be as entertaining me or as curious and strange, but who the fuck cares? You're doing you. And then tomorrow, at this time, you're dead. You're fucking dead tomorrow. I'm the Undertaker. Let's be honest here. I mean, I'm a shaman. I know your future. I can get into your dreams. I'm gonna follow you around until you die, and then you just be where I am, which is goes. And then here we are back here at this current moment in time. And what's going on with you? Where was your mind at? Where were you doing? Oh my God, it's a crazy day, right? See? What are we doing? What are we doing? Isn't it funny to go from like, what the fuck is... Oh fuck. You might watch someone die on camera. Oh shit. I think I'm having a heart attack. Wait, I don't need to have a heart attack. I just need a gun so I can shoot myself in the face. So what do we do next? What we have is artists that will draw, and you have people that will write or left, and you have people that organize, and we go through all these different I would say hallucinations or subjugations of the human spirit to try to box in and identify what actually you are. Like, is this more me? Like fucking Ali G in the building. I don't fucking know. See? Perception. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, Zach Chrono, that's what I'm talking about, man. Mixed feelings on your being. Because I go in between instantaneously. Like this. I'm like, I'm a fucking weirdo. No, I'm pretty cool. No, I'm a beatnik. No, if I put the right suit on and just if I cut this beard and trim my hair up a little bit, I could walk into a job tomorrow and get it. Like, yeah, I'll be good. And sometimes like, I could walk down the street and like, I'm gonna sit next to this fucking homeless person for like fucking the next 48 hours. I don't fucking care. Like, this is another human being. I don't know. And then go through all these stuff. Am I good? Am I as good as this person? Am I worse than this person? Is this gonna make a person feel me? Is this person gonna make me feel better? Like, or is this person gonna make me feel worse? And I go through these whole things. And everyone does this. I don't discount myself from the human experience. Ray Nava, how far would I be willing to go to go on a date with an attractive woman, a goddess, I'd be willing to travel nowhere. How far would a goddess? How far would a goddess travel to sit with a god? To sit with God, the only thing that exists. Me. Doesn't. I have nowhere to be. I don't have anywhere to go. You won't come to me. Come hither. Come Heather. You know. I got no business in, you know, going anywhere. If a cat would come to me, a dog would come to me. If a dog would come to me, a thought will come to me. A future will come to me. Money comes to me. Food comes to me. I don't have to do anything. I just do whatever I do. If a goddess wants to come to me and see me, come see me. I hope they do. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm without. Sometimes I feel that way. But all in all, like, no, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm good where I am. I'm good. A goddess could upgrade her life coming here. I don't know. Fucking gods just come and see me. I don't fucking know. I'm not going anywhere to see y'all. I'm here. See? Hmm. TikTok, that's so funny. Distill the piss and have a cocktail party. That's amazing. I love it. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Tiger Strong? My face looks small. You come to the Tiger Strong. You come to the room and the first thing you say is, "My face looks small." I don't really have a good response to that, other than I don't even know what your face looks like, so I can't compliment you or insult you. Because all I see is like a tiger, and I know you're not a fucking tiger. So you're not tiger and you're not strong. You're bullshit, man. How dare you call my face small? Tiger Strong, you got a dumb face. How's that? You got a really stupid face. See, that's not a good joke because I can't see your face. All I see is a stupid tiger there. I would tongue kiss a tiger though. I had a dream about some crazy animals the other night. Yeah, you're welcome, my friend. All right, y'all. So you got a few more minutes to Zen, and completely reckless. Um, just feel free, because Cam said, "Can you tell the story of when you tell the story of you meeting Ami and who you were before she started helping you out and how you managed to have her support you or whatever." If that's too personal. No, nothing's too personal, man. Fuck, I'm sitting here with my fucking face and camera just talking to all of you, like, delivering free knowledge every day. Um, how did I meet Ami? Where did I meet her? His story is very. I've told this before. I'm pretty sure. Um, I was living in Baltimore in 2002. 2002. So yeah, 2000. Holy shit. It's been a fucking long time. We met at a bar. We were dating for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And we did not have the, what do you call that? We didn't fuck. I guess that's what people are looking for. We didn't have the intercourse. We didn't make love. We didn't have sex. We didn't do any of that stuff. Because she was a virgin. And at the time, I was like, you're 20 something, and you're just out doing things, and for me, I was like, I don't know, that's not a good idea. I can't take a chick's virginity. That's like, I'm not at the point in my life where I need the responsibility for another human being's physical, whatever. So I was telling a friend like, yeah, she's a virgin. Like, I cannot have sex with her. And she left off and went to India. So she went to India for like 2 months, and I was like, well, 2 months ain't like really buying a relationship. So I was like, lost her phone number and really just lost contact for 2 years. And then 2 years later, we met in the same bar, in the same exact location, on the same bar, and under the same circumstances, where some dude was saying something stupid to her, like just saying some dumbass shit, and I walked over, I was like, and I remembered her whole fucking name. I don't remember people's names. I don't remember people's names because I don't care about your fucking name. But I remembered her name, her whole name. I remembered first name and last name. I remembered it. I say, hey, what's going on? And looked at the guy, and I was just like, basically, like on the low, insulted him. Was like, I can't believe you're talking to this fucking retarded, clueless clown, this toolbox. And I was just like, and she's like, whoa, what's going on, man? And then I took her home that night and stuck my D in her genital, like the D and the P, is that what they call it? Like, back to the, we'll just use sign language. And I was like, wait, maybe it wasn't that night, but I think I cooked for her maybe first. Maybe it wasn't that night. I take that back. I ruined the fucking joke there. That night, we probably did some like heavy petting and fondling and heavy breathing and shit. But then I cooked for her, and after I cooked for her, then she let me. How would you say this? See, that's the funny part of the joke. And since then, we've learned a lot about each other and become best friends, and that's where I am now. I have a best friend. No longer intimacy. Just we got, most people have a tiny human together. We have a dog together, which I didn't even get from her. I got from the girl that I was with. There are so many fun stories in there. I wish you could hear this really amazing story about the Ethiopian and dogs and stuff. The only love of my life that I've ever lost. But nonetheless, that's how we met, and it's she makes sure that I don't fucking end up sleeping in an alley. That's the size of it. That's who I am. And now, hopefully, luckily, I have at least 3,000 people that give me a little bit of money to make sure that the place that I live is not cockroach infested. And that's where I live now. But whenever that doesn't come to fruition, if 3,000 people can't give me a fucking dollar a month, you assholes. Not true at all. That she ends up spotting the bill for me to drink all this shit and be a goddamn retard to everybody else and treat reality like I do. I fuck this shit. So that's me, man. That's on me. And she's in Hawaii right now, and I'm at Ami's place watching our dog. And well, people are staying at my place right now that she pays for. That somehow, hopefully, the money that people give me here pays for a little bit. I have a couple of people staying there, watching my place while I watch the dog at her place, and it's just like, people all across the world. You just find friends, you find family. Van Honthars. Thank you, man. Well, I mean, that's fucking wicked, man. That's cool. Asian food and Asian culture, fuck both those things because they're small. They can't see much. See, that's what I got there. That's as quick as I can go. Asian food, Asian culture. I mean, I can't do that right now. I'm fucking out of my mind. I can't go into the whole like Asian architecture, Caucasus Mountains architecture, the African. That's a really deep conversation. I can't do that right now. No way. TikTok. Would I write posts for a blog? I mean, check out my old writings. TikTok. I don't put this on my thing, but I'll start to do it soon. Look up my old writings on zenalchemistry.wordpress. Is it zenalchemist.wordpress? Or is it zenalchemistry.wordpress? I think it's zenalchemist.wordpress. zenalchemist.wordpress.com. And you'll find some of my early writings. I used to write a lot. I'm a very fast typer. But always the typing is a little slower than my mind. And I only typed because I didn't like the sound of my voice on camera. And now that I like the sound of my voice on camera, I can't fucking stand typing. It seems way too slow, and it seems completely insincere because I could say the same thing with a smirk on my face, and you would get it. But if I type it, you're not gonna get it because you take 3-dimensional reality and press it into something that isn't me. So I'm happy to write. I'm happy to just do this. Like if you want, I'll speak and you just dialogue that down on the fucking you know. If you make some money off it, cool. If you want to send me some, cool. I mean, but writing for me is become too obtruse in my reality. Like I got this thing right here the other day. You know, and I can jam on this keyboard and do some shit, but I was like, man, I just spoke a lot quicker and it's actually more sincere because I was able to pause when I wanted to. I was able to lead you along this thing, and I was able to make my voice a little quieter when we had to just whisper about this like we were just like lovers in the bedroom. Or we could be like fucking and like donkeys, like right, and then we get that there. See that? You're not gonna get that kind of humor out of me going like this. It might be funny to some people, but it's a lot more funny when people are just like, wow, show and tell, right? So yeah, there's size of it. ZenAlchemist.wordpress. Check it out. It's pretty cool. um, yeah, I said something. Hey, Von Hawthorse. I said something a long time ago about making a sigil as your picture over here, so people could energize it, because people will energize it, you know. And I'm not talking about just like the physical reality, money, currency situation. I'm talking about like energy, like just consideration. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Like it manifests into the future. Like my thought could create a plant if I wanted. Like if you were really, 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 really serious, you could create a new plant tomorrow. You could put a little jar, you know, with the dirt in it, and you could just. He said, well, then that's going to be a plant here, and I'm going to draw it out, and I'm going to focus on this plant that I see in this paper, and I'm going to make this thing out of this seed that I just planted in there, and it will become the thing that you want. Now, do I know this to be true? No, I can't ever say that, you know, like, I guarantee this will happen. But reality has always occurred in the same way, in the sense that you exist because your mind brought yourself into fruition. You are the fruits of your own mind. And so why wouldn't you think your mind could produce a plant? You could create an animal. I mean, I've created an animal to a certain respect, to a certain end, that animal is like I'd like that animal to be. Look at this piece. Look at this. Look at this fucking. Look at this piece of shit right here. Look at this loving. Oh man, I'll pull that out of the wall. Look at this. Look at this little fucking thing. Look at her. Do you see? She's like, fuck you. See? Yeah. She's like, fuck you for putting me on camera. See? That's the thing. You can create that. There you go. Oh, what a sweet little puppy, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna go take a dump real quick. Like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Here, that's how fast I poop. And when I come back, I will continue to answer all of your weird questions. And maybe if you're lucky, I'll get really high. Holy shit. Are you guys gonna have to wait? You guys gonna have to wait at least like what, like 30 more? Give me like 1 minute. How's that? 1 minute, and then you'll get a. We're gonna do this for like 4 hours. How's that? We'll see what happens here. You just gotta give me a second. I gotta get my mind right. And you can thank a few people for this. All right. I feel like not Matt Damon, but what's the other motherfucker's name? All right. Dude does all the Cadillac commercials. We back. We live up in here. Am I into Joey Diaz? Yeah, I know who he is. He's a fucking master, dude. That is one of the most. Joey Diaz is one of the greatest comedians of all time. Not for any whimsical or wismic. Did I say wismic? Holy shit. Wisdom kind of. He's just authentic. And like when you hear him tell his stories about his life, what you recognize is like comedians are authentic. Philosophers jump around the truth. Comedians just they dive right into it, like this is just what the fuck, and this is what I've understood by it, and from it, and how it exists. And Joey Diaz is like this. There is no invaluable resource of his brain Some people, what they do is they take little pieces. Here's an experience. Here's something that I had, and here's how things have been going on, and they want to extract information and put it over there. But Joey Diaz does not do that. That's a motherfucker that, like, me and him will get along. I don't doubt, like, I think he'd get along with anybody. I'm not, like, dapping up myself like, oh, I'm good, I'm cool enough to hang out with that guy. I'm just saying, like, he's gregarious in his the institution of self. The institution of self means that I am who I am, and check it out. This is what it is. Like, do you like it or don't you like it? But what do you want? And he's now most of his comedy, good, bad, and different. He's not my favorite comedian, but I think he's a great human being. There's other people's stories that I can identify with more, which makes them a better comedian to me, right? So I could tell you I'll do my 30 greatest comedians. I'll do that one soon, like I was saying earlier. But Joey Diaz is awesome, yeah. TikTok. You said there's a website called Steam It to get upvotes and get paid. Do you think people would pay me to talk? I mean, I'll try it. I looked into it. Like, somebody told me about that, and then, like, there's like an E Steam and a S Steam, and like there's like a different, and I uploaded the wrong one, and I was like, this is weird. I don't know. Like, when I looked up Steam, it gave me the wrong fucking. There was like 5 choices, and I was like, which one is it? And so the point is, I have not done the Steam thing, and I've not done any of the other, like, secondary. I do the YouTube, even though YouTube is, like, obviously a piece of shit, right? Like, in the sense that I'm not trying to insult anybody that works at YouTube, but, like, they won't even they don't really care about providing information. They just care about structuring things to the fact that YouTube is, like, family friendly, whatever that means. They have some orders to follow and some shit to do. So, at least, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Like, it's got me 3,000 of you assholes to follow me everywhere I go, and I'll just march through the universe and you'll follow me anywhere I go. I mean, but in reality, like, YouTube, I don't know. It's kind of fucking whack in the sense it's the same like Instagram. Like, a chick is, like, got a tit out, and they're like, oh no, I must censor that. They're like, why can't she have her boobies out? What do you think? I'm sitting here staring at a Sears catalog, jacking off over people on Instagram, and I can just fucking go to YouPorn and just, like, have, like, 50 midgets, fucking Asian dudes in a party, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm, like, on here on Instagram, like, oh, I've seen a titty. Yeah, that's amazing. It doesn't make any sense, right? Right? We all have access to the entire stratosphere of information, and we can do anything we want. So why would anybody pay for porn, and why would anybody get an Instagram, like, thinking they're gonna catch some extra followers with, like, a drippy, milky nipple feeding a baby, and it's like, yeah, no, cut it down. Someone's jacking off to that video. But I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about? Von Honthorst. My dynamics might get a bit lost in the written words. Yeah, I've oftentimes spoken and speaking and verbalized my even though I use and I attempt and I try to mold the language to I realize that I'm expressing everything with my face, and I accept that I'm expressing it with all this shit and the rhythms and the pause and the pacing and all of this. is more important. It is, because I don't interact with words. I've never seen a word. I've never seen the letter A in the world. I've never seen the number 1. I've never seen the number 3. I've never seen 3 things of anything speaking anything about the alphabet, right? So here I'm trying to get across some sort of unspeakable thing, which is the human spirit, which is internalized. And so I just do like a Blue Man interpretive dance. And that's the thing. So when I used to write, it was to be completely economical of thought. I used to want to write out a concept across the screen for people that they could just, this is how, let's go from here to here to here to here. And I would do that. But where I am as whatever I am, like, let me try this in a little different way. No one with a fucking brain would ever make a keyboard that caused you to have to do this. Look at that. I look like a fucking retard. Look at this. Like that's how it looks, right? You're like the little retarded kid in high school. Like, because you have to put. Who would do that? It doesn't make any sense. You'd make a keyboard like. If I were to make a keyboard, you know what it would be? It'd be 2 giant, fat, voluptuous titties. If I push this button here, I'll have her go, ha. If I touch this one over here, she'll like, ooh. And if I touch this one over here, she'll like, oh. And I could like, I could play it like Bobby McFerrin. Right? Right? And thank you for the LOL. I didn't see it, but I know you just said the LOL. But I mean, that would be the most ergonomic, most human thing to do, is to create a keyboard that would be. This is a keyboard for me. Why do I need to put it on this thing here like that? Dot 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 dot. You ever see people do this? What the fuck are you pointing at? You ever see people that type like dot dot dot? What are you pointing at? Use all your fingers. And I was like, afterwards, like, fuck my fingers. Let me just use my whole body. And I was like, oh, can I just? That's the thing about keyboards. I don't get it. I mean, I'm good at it. I could type, I don't know, 60 words a minute. Like, I'm pretty good at it. Like, but I remember how to do it. I just don't want to. It makes no sense to me. Like, I was always good at math. I was always good at like doing like. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Bap, you did the rice experiment. That's so awesome. So if anybody hasn't done the rice experiment, I highly suggest it. The rice experiment is one of the greatest things in the world to do, because it is a constant reminder of like, unless someone came into my house every single night and adjusted the pH level of everything in there, then my thoughts must have influenced both of those 3 things there. The I hate you rice, the I'm not paying attention rice, and the rice. Yeah, so that's the thing. TikTok, 29 was your freshman football number. Nice. Tiger Strong. Brenzen, did I vaccinate my puppy? Are you fucking crazy? No. But either I was sitting here like, take this fucking vaccine, puppy. No, that's ridiculous. What's up, State of Readiness? Good to see you. Super Champion Rocker, the shitting thing is completely relevant to. You're always going to be. Your blood is always going to be producing the toxic mess that comes out your butt. So, no. During my fast, I was shitting on the 30th day. So, like, I ate nothing and I was shitting on the 30th day, and I was like, does that make any sense? It's more proof to, like, you didn't need that. Because if you needed it, it wouldn't be stuck in your system coming out as poo-poo. Right? Doesn't that make any sense to people? Like, how can you be shitting on the 30th day of a fast if you were getting the energy off of the Food you ate? Well, no, you're shitting something out. You didn't eat anything for 30 days. Where did they come from? Was it fat? Was it cancer? What was it? I don't, nobody knows how that works completely. Absolutely. But Steve P, I don't have an answer to that question right now. Yeah, Zach Crone, everyone should show a real pic at least once. Yeah, I got mad people that come to my channel with some like fucking altered intentions. That's where we actually started this thing. Like people on some bullshit. I can't wait to like scroll down and see that I got an email from somebody. It's like stalkers and shit. That's the thing. That's the thing. When you put yourself out here like this, you catch some flack. You catch some fucking. This is why I don't. I'm good with like I've never. What's the thing like? I never went out of my way to make my channel bigger. I could have fucking 50,000 subscribers by like fucking next month. Like that's not a problem. I could talk to 5 people that have very big channels that know what my channel is, that listen to me to get information. But I'm just like, no, I don't need the extra fucking. You guys can get a couple more dollars, but deal with the extra fucking repercussions. I don't care. I don't. This is where I started this whole thing. It's like I don't care what the fuck you think of me. Get the fuck off my channel. I want 2,000 people that are very. I don't want you to subscribe to me. I want you to see me, and we can interconnect, and that's where we start. Because anybody else, like I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to interact with you. See, we're interacting. Like this whole video is not me talking. It's all of you asking something and me interacting with you. Because I have no basis. My point of sincerity only comes off of your point of what you need to know. I just so happen to have more information than you do. Do I want that to share with fucking a million people? No, because I'm gonna have 100,000 people that are gonna be like, I didn't understand what you said right there because I didn't listen to anything else you said, and like that doesn't. I have no interest in like babysitting. I'm not a babysitter. I'm a fucking god and an adult, and I talk to people on my level. And if you're like sitting around counting my shit and talking shit and being stupid, like I give people first, second, third, 5th, 10th, 90th chances. I don't care, but once in a while I'm like, why are you here if you're just gonna get in the way and interrupt? Are you curious about life? Here, I'll give you life. I like how my hat matches with this shit over here. It's kind of nice. A nice little. How's this? What's that? I'm just gonna meditate the rest of the video with my face right here like this. See. Okay, back to where we started. What you guys want to know? I got very narcissistic. I got up in that. I looked in the mirror and I saw myself and I was like, damn, ain't he good looking? Shit, motherfucker, what? Ray Nava, do I have a favorite rapper? Immortal Technique is up there. Wax and Herbal Tea. Wax is fucking amazing. Like so good. Rakim is up there. In fact, you know what? Go look at my early videos. I did my 10 favorite rappers. Go check that out. There's a couple rappers that I left out that I'll get back to you on, and they're not rappers. They're hip hop artists. Like rappers are bullshit. Hip hop artists are. It's two different things, you know. But yeah. Immortal Technique is even though he has some, I don't know what the word is to say correctly. Like, there's some in Hollywood. There's people that have certain levels of like they're the gatekeepers, right? Like, there's people that are outside of Hollywood just doing it, and there's people in Hollywood, and they're stuck at levels, right? And he participates with like Alex Jones, which I fucking love. I love, but Alex Jones and Joe Rogan and Immortal Technique, like, they're speaking to the people that need to hear them. If you understand this, they're on my team. I don't have a team per se. I'm a human. I want people to like experience like all of it, joy and energy and love and all that shit. But they have this. They participate in a system that allows people to only get to the point that they it's like a ladder, and they're climbing up this Masonic ladder. So what you do is you're part of like the 2nd degree, the 3rd degree, black belt, you're like the 33rd degree. You go through these rings and rungs and things, and they're part of that system, and some of them are happy being 31st degree Masons, 32nd degree. Some of them are happy at the 35th degree. Some are happy at the 60th degree. So you all think there's 33 degrees of Masonry. There's not. There's way more than that. And so they're happy where they are, and they're doing their job and their business at that point. For me, I vibe with all of them because I'm part of the same tribe, but I'm not where they are. That makes sense? Like, look. Here, let's see if we can fuck up today. Let's see what kind of weird Illuminati sign I can give to like trick somebody's fucking mind out right there. There it is. So the point is, everybody's got their place in the world, and some people have no place in the world. I have no place in the world. TikTok, cool. I'll do the Steam It thing. If you all want to follow me over to Steam It, so that way you just comment and I get paid for it, cool. It doesn't cost you anything. I don't fucking know, man. Yeah. TikTok, I dig it. I'll do the Steam It thing, but like I said earlier, like I uploaded the wrong fucking thing, and I was like, why isn't anybody following me? And I was like, oh, it's called a different thing. It has a very similar symbol, but it wasn't the same fucking thing. Imagine that in the same way I was just talking about the Illuminated One, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the whole thing. Like the whole... If you ever watch very smart people talk, they're very intelligent. They're not, And then you find some people that are like attached to clubs and shit. That they're are they illuminated? Are they Illuminati? Are they the Illuminat? And then there's like a symbol at the end that doesn't actually. So that's always the confusing part. And this is like earlier today, somebody asked me how I felt about one of the greatest. I don't know what you'd call it. Okay, so when you're a magician, you do what you do, and you get a result out of life. And so the results that we get out of life, some people don't like, other people do like. And then if you write about it, somebody that doesn't like you will tell every story they can about you that was negative, even though you've built up and illuminated. Gave light and wisdom. The same way that if you took a piece of coal of all the dark shit in the dark world, and the dark tangible, and it grew the mushroom, or it was like coal and it became a diamond. And all of a sudden it could refract and reflect light to everything. So like I'm a fucking diamond. I'm well beyond that. But if anybody knew all of the worlds that I've lived in, and all the places that I've been, I'd be like, you know, everybody finds these people that they want to cut down. And I'm like, how the fuck do you want to cut those people down when they're giving you the knowledge that will let you be yourself? And I'm just like, how the fuck? How dare you? You've never even ridden a bike and you're already willing to discount Aleister Crowley. How dare you? You've never even, like, how dare these people? You don't know these people in Hollywood? How dare you judge them? It's a critical insult to yourself, because if you were ever famous, would you want that? It's where we are now. Like, everybody like in Hollywood, like all these fucking actors, like, well, this person sexually fucking assaulted this person. Like, are you listening to this? Really? That's the only time that ever happens is if you're not a good looking person. If you're ugly, you assault people. If you're good looking, people like want to be assaulted. Like, oh my god, I wish fucking Ashton Kutcher would just choke me out in the fucking bathroom because he's 6'1" and he's got a fucking large cock, and I would really like it if he stuck that in my and just smashed my face. But if this fat fucking slob of piece of shit would do that, how dare he? Does he think he can even talk to me? And this is where we are in the world. There's this. That's where we are. Imagine that. If you're not good looking, you can't talk to a girl the way I can. I'm good looking. I can talk to a girl the way I want, right? I mean, sometimes I get slapped for it. Sometimes sometimes you're coming home with me, and sometimes it's a great idea and all this shit, right? But if you're not good looking and you're not confident, you are insulting. It's only subjugated and relegated upon the perception of the woman that's getting hit on. A woman could be in a bar and there could be 10 dudes in there. If she wants the dude number 2 to hit on her, but not number 8 and 7 and 6, who is she insulted by? Not number 2. They could say the same fucking things as 6, 7, and 8. 2 could say the same thing as 6, 7, and 8, right? Now he's good looking. Those fucking idiots say the same fucking words. And that's where we live. That's the society we live in. Anybody think we don't live in a moon-based, feminist set of cultural values? Is insane. You're subjugated to the woman's lore of what she perceives as reality. I mean, that's just how it is. Mac and Dre. Okay. Yeah. I dig it, Van. Yeah. Stephen P. I think the keyword idea Zen is good if we think of semantic keywords in situations that Zen's master plans. It could help people in situations could benefit. Yeah. Good. That's excellent. Thank you, Stephen P. Stephen P. If there was like clits and vaginas, you could just jam in as like, you could put your fingerprint inside of vaginals. That's funny. That's good. The mouse is the vagina. Yeah, Stockholm, do the rice experiment, man. It's so good. You could use anything besides rice. It's not just rice. It's not the rice that does it. It's your thoughts, man. Branzen, you said, I'm too funny, holy moly. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking funny. I give you a tiny little piece, yo. Because I don't want to insult my own audience. Because if you were next to me, I could cut you all dumbasses up real quick. But I don't even know what you look like. I don't have any energy off of you. All I got is like a little piece. This is just a training. This is a training battleground for me and my humor. Because I'm a professional comedian. I work out of I went to college at the Humor University. Brenzen, you said the vaccine thing is interesting, man. If you ever want me to do a video strictly on vaccines, I'll try to give it in a way that's insightful and, funny and humorous too. I'll try it. Just let me know. Just hit me up. I'll do a video on it. I won't. I'll try not to be drunk when I do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, just let me know. Oh yeah. The keywords you usually have to put it so I can copy and paste. I can't do it from here, man. Steve P, I cannot. The keywords and shit. You have to put it so I can copy and paste it. I'm not interested in using that thing. That's why I just want to highlight your shit and just put it into my keyword section. I don't have any keywords for my shit. I make these videos and it's done. If people come here, they come here. That's all there is to it. If I had some like master, like we're gonna put this with here's the keywords and here's the title, and we're gonna make sure we can press this with the algorithms within inside of the YouTubes, like fuck, just do that then. Shut the fuck up and do it. I don't care. Just don't be a dickhead and give me a little bit of cash. I don't care. Like it's I don't need much. Just don't be a dickhead about it. I've already had some people fucking use me and my channel. What you gonna do though? Don't matter to me. Like I'm immortal. Like this shit it's funny to me. Like it sucks when it happens. It sucks when people are being like fucking shitty and like stealing off your information. Like, I'm sorry, I had an original thought here and you just stole from me. Okay, cool. Well, I thought you knew about karma and shit. Karma's gonna burn your fucking ass down. How dare you? Stephen P, when I pick my nose in monochrome, did I pick my nose today? There's nothing really in there, man. It's rubbery. This is a fake nose, dude. I'm a fucking alien. This whole fucking face is not even mine. I just put a mask on. What the fuck are you talking about? What's up, State of Readiness? Yeah, Van Honthorst. I'll tell you a funny story about that sometime. But it'll be like between me and you. I'm not going to public because it's somebody that I know. Fuck. How did you figure that out? Disinformation agent. What's up, Michael Evans? Are we supposed to go to the Holy Grail? I don't even know what that means, man. Lou M. Man, I wish you could have seen me at a better point in my reality, because this is not the best me. No, I disagree. This is the best me. This is what you get. TikTok said to extract our intellect and fuck our minds. Yeah, I wish I was extracting your intellect and you weren't extracting mine. That'd be amazing. You're welcome, though. It's freely given. Sorry, all you robots don't have brains to work with, so I have to give you mine. That's how it works. I'm a human. I'm a god human. You're all robots just succubusing off of my mental rhythms that are not so much like the computerized systematic disorders of algorithms. Ray Navas. Yeah, I've heard of Robert Monroe. Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. Von Hathors. I hear you, man. Oh, TikTok. I don't know what you look like. I aren't you're a chick, right? Like, if you come down to New Orleans, like I got no problem. Like if you're cute and whatever, like I'm happy to, you know, smash your face in the wall and give you like a really good loving experience. I mean, my only quality I really have is to be a great lover. That's what I am. But we have to keep this boundary between us. Art by Bet. My music. Um, I have lots and lots and lots of music made on two different wonderful magical machines. One is um, the Groove Box, and the other is um, the Korg Electribe. But the short story of the long story is somebody I let borrow my Electribe, and I'm not friends with that person anymore. So going and obtaining it is gonna be a rigmarole, which has all of my music on it. It's not gonna bother me, but it's gonna stir up a lot of emotional things for people if I go and collect my music from this person. So I'm gonna go get it soon. It's not like out of bounds or anything. It's just I just haven't done it because I didn't want to because here's the point. The point is that this like if I go and grab this thing from the person that has it, like there's a small chance that I'll punch the fucker in the face. Like there's a small chance I'm gonna fucking have to physically assault someone. I don't like physical tribunals. Like it's silly. Like none of it is. But I like music and all. I can make some more music somewhere else, but I might have to punch a motherfucker. That's all. Miguel Tavares, a little bit of both. I'm gonna go get a little more of one of the two in a second, or maybe two of the two in a second. Nah, is that Chrono? I never seen the sexy vegan thing. I'll check it out. Oh, you TikTok? You said a buddy has no cartilage in the tip of his nose. No, this is look at watch. I mean, there's still muscle there. I can still do that. Like this is just it's a little mushy. It's a little mushy. It's not like it's just fun. It's not like I'm not gonna pull it out. Like it's not. It's just show my face. I don't know. For this thing though, it's just a lot. Like the bone hair got cracked one time. This right here used to be way more fucked up, and then someone tried to kill me and broke my fucking face from here to here. I have a scar that's like right there. And and a friend of mine was like, "Why aren't you dead?" And I was like, "Are you sure I'm not?" And it was that's I don't know how many times I told that story on here, but it caused all this mushiness. Michael Evans, I don't know a holy grail to X the Matrix other than drinking your piss and diving back into your mother's pussy. Because apparently, the way to get into the Matrix is through a portal which is called the vagina, which is your mother, which you jump into the matrix through. So if you want to get out of the matrix, I would go the same direction you came into it, which would be to eat your mother's pussy. Am I allowed to say that on here? Is this recording? Is this live? So, any of you don't got to eat it, you could just dive back into it. But I don't know if your mother's pussy is that big. Although maybe it is that big because I definitely railed your mother last night, and now she has a wide open, gaping vagina because of my giant dick that I have. But she asked for it though. That was part of it. Is anybody? Did you all pay to be here? This is a club. This is a. Thank you for whoever setting whatever they said. I'm gonna. Cam, what's wrong with my hat, man? It's just keeping my head warm. Do you want my hair down? Is that what you want, Cam? TikTok, the cute 22-year-old male with long hair. Well, I'll grab your hair for you, buddy. You know what? Like, if you can find me, me and you, go find some college chicks. We'll just, I'll grab your hair, you'll grab her hair, she'll grab my hair. We just like a full-on. What the fuck are we talking about right now? Dimension extensions. Are you dead serious about that? Mail you my hat, and you'll mail. Yes, guarantee. Hit me up on my email if you're dead serious about that. It's done. Because I trust you. I don't know why. I never met you, but you seem like a cool person. I've seen you plenty of times in here. Feel free. Branson, I'll check out your music, man. What's up, Miguel Tavares? Dimension extensions. I've done so many videos on the reaching higher levels of frequency using different beverages and spirits. That I don't know if I'm going to dig into that right now. I'm just not feeling like speaking about like getting into spiritual levels through the use of spirits. But that's the thing, is you get into spirits by either self being the spirit in all things, meaning your body is completely cleansed, or you take a ride on the substance which is on one of those shelves which contains the spirit. I mean, there's something there. I just don't want to get into it right now because we 3 hours in here and I'm digging the conversation rather than I'm not thinking about what I'm drinking. I'm looking here and involving myself in the words. I don't want to get in the concept of liquors to channel high frequencies, because anything, if you want a higher frequency, all you got to do is shake more, dance more, move more. Moving the mind is the same as moving the body, right? What up, Jessica? Good to see you. Jessica, it's a pleasure. Yeah, Zach Chrono. So many people have told me about Dragon Ball Z, and we've been doing this for a couple months now, actually. I've watched it a little bit. I just don't know the characters like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a cool show. I just don't. I just don't find myself engaged with what that is. Like, if I was, 10, I wish I was born a few years later. You know what I mean? Like, I had the things that I grew up on, right? And Dragon Ball Z is advanced, but I'm living Dragon Ball Z, right? There's a character that I am, right? Like, I'm Goku, motherfucker. I don't find a very intimate connection with those characters because I don't know. Out of what I could spend half an hour of my day doing, I'd rather be like masturbating in your mother's face. See that? That's the joke right there. Just I was waiting for like 3 hours and 14 minutes to make a joke about coming all over your mother's face, but yeah, yeah. But no, I just haven't watched the video like that, man. Like I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z that deep. Steve P, you're welcome for the master plan videos. uh, um, Weeboo FC. How to fix your wife's wild out scenario? Take her shoes and socks off, and either if she can go outside, put it on the ground, or do yourself a favor and put her feet in a water bath with salt in it. The grounding. Going into the sea is the same as standing on the beach, the same as standing on the earth. It's all grounding. And so if you can't go there, you could take the shoes and socks off and put your feet in a bath with salt in it. You're not absorbing the salt. It's about a charge, because the electrical universe causes for electrical and magnetic interchange. It's an ionization of things. So the practice of and me rubbing a woman's foot, or you rubbing your wife's foot, you're giving the electrical impulses. It's physical, but it's also electric. But if you're not going to do that, you can just put it in the salt bath. Salt bath is different than a distilled water bath. A distilled water bath will pull out of the foot things that aren't working, right? But a salt bath will electrically charge the system. So try salt bath in the feet, on the feet. What up, Branson? Yeah, there's most people, they're not comfortable with like complete honesty. What is complete honesty? Is complete honesty like who I am now, what I'm doing right now, like for you? Complete honesty is like, here's what I'll be doing and want to be doing in the future. Like, is complete honesty like, here's where I've been in the past? They're all relevant questions. They're all very sincere. But honesty, it depends on what kind of relationship you're in. Like, if you're in a relationship with a hooker versus your parents versus your wife, that's 3 different things, right? If you're in a relationship with, money versus being your own boss, having a job versus, there's different. Like, I can do this because I don't have someone there telling me I can't do this. You see, I've had people contact me and ask if they could promote my channel. And I've had people say, how dare you do what you just did in the last video on your channel? And I said, fuck off and eat a bag of fucking milky dicks. Like, fuck you. I'm not here for you. How dare you? How dare you? And that's how I felt. Because you don't pay my bills. You go ahead and make your own channel. And if people pay you for being real cool, then you ain't nothing to say to me. But unless you're trying to leech off of me, how could you ever criticize me unless you're trying to get something from me? Look at that. You see? The people that have come to my channel to tell me to do something, or to ask me to do something, or to criticize me, there's always been, they needed something from me. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want from me? What can I do for you? I'm already doing everything I can do for everybody I can. I didn't help out 3,000 people this month. And I need to give you more. I need to give you more. And people come through like I owe them a goddamn thing. You know, when I woke up in the morning, I didn't have to make this fucking video. And here's what people don't fucking get. I woke up and I said, let me share my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit, my everything with all of you. And then people have the audacity to say, you're not doing it right. I'm not doing it right? Oh, can you feel that? If someone say you're not doing it right? Like, I get it. If you're like, hey, do you want to... I was like, hey, I'm playing the guitar. Can you help me play the guitar? And somebody's like, yeah, I'll help you play the guitar. Then I'll be like, oh, thank you for the information. But it's just like, you're not doing life and talking right? I'm like, I'm the teacher here, motherfucker. This is my channel. If I didn't think I was doing it right, you know what I'd be doing? What you're doing is being an asshole over there behind the keyboard, not doing your own thing. But I'm doing this. So imagine me. You know what's right for me? A giant set of testicles. Check it out. God, I just fucking teabagged all of you. See, now isn't that funny? Like, to some of you are gonna find so much humor in that. Some of you are like, how dare he? Did he just fucking stick his testicles on the fucking screen? Is he gonna smell the phone now? Is he drunk? Is he retarded? What's wrong with him? And for me, it's like, I don't really care what you think. You're welcome. And so for me, it's a joyous occasion. I don't care. I don't care. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. This is simple for me. I do this for 3 hours and 30 minutes. You know what you do? You eat shit every day of your life from your boss. And then you don't feel good about your life, so you come to my channel and tell me that I'm doing something wrong. But yet you're not gonna get there and write down on the piece of paper, hi, fucking company that works for the state of Wisconsin. I hate the fact that you're putting fluoride in my water. Can you stop killing my children? And can you stop making my children take all of these tests that are actually causing them brain? I mean, we're all fucked up here. Can't you help us? Like, they're not doing that. They're actually on here like, I'm going to find the most stupid thing 3 hours in to be critical about, even though I could have been serving myself and my family and everyone else by doing something beneficial for my community, by telling the people, stop fucking putting poison in my water. And then you could get yourself a distiller and distill your water. And you could stop poisoning your family by stop feeding them meat. And you can stop poisoning your family and become conscious and aware for yourself. And then you would never have to look at this fucking screen again. And I would never have to talk to you. You know why? Because we would just right here, telekinesis-wise, just blast off into a universe that exists in a place where me and you and everybody else can we're thinking the right things and we're doing the right things, so therefore we come in contact. So you don't gotta come in here and tippy-tappy and tell me that I'm not doing it right. Because fuck you. I'm so happy that you're the kind of person that came out of your mother's butthole. Some people come out as a C-section, some people come out of the vagina, and some people come out of a butthole. But yeah, thanks for listening to everybody here that is on the Weird World synchronistic tour of weird shit. So, yeah. Well, thank you, y'all. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm so thankful that there's more thumbs up than there are people in the room. So if anybody's in here and hasn't thumbed up, the only thing that I wish you had a thumb up was your butt, because you should stick your thumb up your butt if you're sitting here listening to me talk and you're not congratulating me on being as awesome as I am, all for your benefit. So at least give me a thumbs up if you're not going to give me fucking, whatever, $100. If all y'all gave me $100, if everybody that was subscribed to my channel just gave me $100, was like, over with, done, we're good with Zen, I'd have $300,000, and I would be like, I'd be so fresh, I'd be like on a boat, like, you know, giving you the fucking downloads of the boat, and like The weird, crusty, like the guy with the iron eye patch, and the sweet chicks that I'm like fucking because they're like dumb as fuck, but they have sweet bodies, and we could do this cool thing. And you, instead of seeing me here in this weird background, you could see me all over the world, and I wouldn't have to worry about like, is $30 gonna pay for my internet this month? There's just a little input. Thank you, TikTok. So here's what I'm gonna do. Y'all want to give me one more? Let's see. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna need 4 minutes. Make it 3. Make it 3 minutes. Make it 3 minutes. Okay? And I'll be right back. And I'll share with you anything you want. Back to your thoughts now.
Smoking weed every day.
Was that like a... The fuck is his name? A southern dude? Remember when like southern rap came out? Anybody know that? Country fried graham. Genius.
Oh, by the way, y'all, aren't these some fucking fresh ass goddamn fucking pants though? I mean, let's be very honest with each other here. Like, I wear these shits in public. Like, aren't these super fresh? I mean, really, come on. I'm gonna need comments on my pants, even if you gotta insult them. Check it out. There's like stripes plus flowers plus. Anybody? And check it out too. Check it out too. And look at the waistline is like this. It fits, right? And I can do this too. So how's the pants though? Might not match the hat right now, but I'm indoors. I'm not out there in public. I wouldn't wear this like this. I would change the hat. I got better hats for this outfit. This felt comfortable. Thank you, Tomo. Bong, thank you, Branzen. Thank you, TikTok. There we go. my samurai cowl pants and Weeboo, thank you. Chopped and screwed. Weeboo, do you really know about Chopped and Screwed for real? One of my favorite. Hold on, let me do something here. One of my favorite people ever in the world when I used to play on the internet. He used to make these videos about he would make 2 videos, right? One video was all about, oh man, I gotta plug this back in. Hold on. It was about music that he would make. It would be like, it'd be like Tupac, and he was he was chopping and screwing records, right? But he also did this whole, like, he went to school for philosophy and psychology and shit. So he used to do this whole thing on Nietzsche, or Nietzsche, or how do you say it correctly? Could anybody put it in there? Nietzsche, Neitzche, or however that fucking spelling goes. Because nobody knows how the spelling is, nobody knows how to say it, because he never said it, because he never had him on film. Be like, my name is Frederico Nietzsche, or whatever the fuck his name is, right? But I think most people call him Nietzsche or Nietzsche, because it's a niche. It's a niche, right? Anyways, this dude used to chop and screw records, and also did these most amazing concepts on Nietzsche's work. He would take books upon books of Nietzsche's and just break them down. He was like 23 years old, and he would just like people that were like 50 couldn't, they had no clue. Philosophers, he was really so high level. And then just like the next video would be him taking a Biggie and Tupac and chopping and screwing these records up. And they're like, that dude is doing that plus talking about Nietzsche? Like, no way. Hopefully that made sense for who it needed to make sense for, because it made sense to me. Colorado, that's one place I haven't been that I think or want to or possibly might go soon. It's been calling to me a little bit, and there's somebody that I know off of here that lives. Wait, you're in Colorado? Do you know Van? I get it. It's a big city. I'm not being that fucking guy. Like, hey, you're from fucking New York. Do you know so and so? Like, there's fucking 16 billion people in New York. But do you know? Do you know? Fucking Elchem? That comes out here a little bit, Elchem, because he lives in like Colorado or Colorado Springs, and that's just a question for I get it, Colorado. There's only a couple peaks and valleys there. There's only like 4 major cities, so, and it's small. Each town is small. So, anyways, I want to kind of go there. That was the point of the whole story. Ah, fuck. My pants. TikTok, my pants gave it away. You know what's funny to me, this whole thing, is like you all are commenting and you're hoping in, like, imagine being in public, right? And you're having a conversation with like 3 people, right? And somebody doesn't, like, they're saying something, somebody else laughs and starts talking, but you had a really good comeback for where the fuck they just said. But then you're like, oh, I should just wait 1 second. And all of a sudden, like, the next person talks and the joke gets lost. That fucking happens on here. Because y'all said something like, what, 5 minutes ago? And I'm not behind on the joke. I'm just getting to it because I got to scroll down over here because I'm responding to like 50 people. So it's not like I'm not getting what the fuck you're saying. I hope that makes sense, because it was funny to me because I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker said this like 4 minutes ago. What was I talking about? Does it still make sense that if I respond to him or her? Super Champion Rocker. I don't know. I've never attempted to assess the size of my testicles or my balls, but if I did, I'd want those. You ever see? Is it like, what are they selling? Or is it a movie? They have the things it's like, I would want one of those things, like a. And the joke's over. So yeah, the little, what the fuck is the thing called? Anyways, so. We've gotten to hour 3:30 right now. Weeboo Lo-Fi Mix. It is it's Naimano. Naimano. Okay, back and we at the bottom. Zet Chrono. Is there a strand of bacteria that make your balls bigger? That's a Yep. Probably. You could probably. I guess if you the weird here's the thing. The weird thing about people that do steroids is their muscles get bigger, but their balls get smaller. What is that? Is that where their energy is? Their body. But what if you just instead of injecting steroids into your body, you inject it into your balls? Then would your balls get bigger? So big that you could. I don't know. I guess injecting anything in your balls is kind of weird to begin with. I guess. Right. So the food videos on a fast. You heard about me talk about my fast. For me, whenever I after what 7 or 8 days of fasting, then looking at and smelling and being around food would be that was energy, right? So you didn't need to eat it. So yeah to yeah, so that idea about watching the food videos is the same way. It's the same information, but try instead of when you're fasting to instead of watching the food videos, go out into nature or go to like the farmer's market, buy some food get really high, go to the farmer's market, buy the best food you can find, and then give it to the homeless guy 2 blocks over and 1 block up. Right? That would be the fun thing because you'd be like, I'm so high, I don't even need to eat this, but you would use one thing and you would say, I smell it, and that's the thing, and then you go, I don't even need to eat this, and you'd find the person that would most appreciate it, and you'd hand it to them. That's the gnosis nose video that I gave before. That at the beginning of this video, I had to be like, yo, you got to get the fuck off this video because I'm not trying to fuck with you, Katesh. I was like, I don't have time for this, right? Because I was going to talk about smelling and how nose. And there's the final conclusion of how you know that smelling something is really awesome. Fast. Fast for fucking 5 or 6 days. Smell something and go, all I want to do with this is give this to somebody. So after like 7 or 8 days, I would just cook and bring it to the bar. And people were like, you're not drinking. You're not eating. And you're bringing food to us? You fucking liar. People who don't understand, like I was like, no, I'm just smells good to me. Here, eat it. They couldn't understand it. That's how it works. And Branzen and Zet Chrono, Lactobacillus Rituri, and before that, President said, your beard is inspirational. There's a beer that's made because one of the people that brews the beer, one of the brewmasters, took a beard hair of his own and used that as the starter for for the bacteria that then became the beer that you drink. I think it's actually from, which is funny, I think it's from Colorado or Texas. Colorado, I think, is where it's from. Is somebody, one of these, anybody that brews beer has a beard. Obviously, it's called a beard. So, anyways. The Randy Marsh is funny because he stuck his balls in a microwave. You remember when he used to have that thing he bounced around on? When he had ball cancer. the ball that he'd hop around on. It was amazing. They're so amazing. Hammering through the balls is weird. That would have to, you could just do that one time. It would seem like it would change everything. You'd be like, everything. Oh. Like, if you put heroin in your balls, is that really? Steve P., you heard someone shot heroin through the balls. Amazing. I mean, you can ingest all of the things, all of the ways. You could take beer and put it up your butt. You could take beer and put it in your ear. You could put it in your eye. You could drink it. You could snort it. And all of the plant life can go into your system in every single different way. You think that because you smoke it, it's not the same as if you drink it? No. If I took tobacco and I smoked it, it'd be the same as if I took tobacco and sniffed it, or if I took tobacco and put it in my jowl, or if I took tobacco and put it into a water-based substance with some sugar that created beer, tobacco beer. These are all the same things, and people like to separate the idea of the elements that we're ingesting. You can put it all in any one of your fucking orifices. Right now, the fact that I'm somewhat drunk, and you're drunker for it. Because you're in the company of that energy, right? So, if I take this thing and I ingest it, you're ingesting me right now. And it's funny to you. See, you can be like, I'm a little funnier right now. We're playing a game, right? Why? You've ingested through your eyes exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, look at this fucking funny dude. Drinking some wine and being silly and saying some dumb shit. And you become that funny. You didn't have to ingest it in your mouth. Or you kind of got some in your ear. You got a little cum in your ears, right? And I just came in your ears. And it kind of was like you ingested me through a bunch of your portals. I'm a drug. I don't do drugs. I am drugs. You are drugs. And we're interacting. You see? Look at this. Hey, look at this little drug right here. Here's a little drug. It's a little drug. Dog. What up, little doggy head? You want to go outside? Okay, y'all. I'm going to go take this thing to the outer world because she wants some outside time. But it has been a pleasure. I appreciate everybody being here and listening to this weird-ass talk. I wish I would have stopped this 1 minute ago because it's been 3 hours and 33 minutes, which would have been more funny and fodder for the people that don't understand the stuff. I'm going to go take this thing outside. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Hopefully I inspired y'all to make your life better. And if I didn't, if you listen to this point, fuck off, because that's your problem. And if you did listen to this point, maybe just consider for 1 second you have 30 cents in your left pocket that fell out earlier today, and you've been doing that for every day for a couple years now. And that's hundreds of dollars that maybe if you just picked up, you could put it into a little account that has Zen's name on it. And you could just send me a little bit of your, because I've entertained you for 3 hours and 33 minutes. Walk through a street, you'd be like a little bum sitting there just shaking a cup, and you're like, here's $1, my friend, for shaking a cup. But I've been shaking a cup for a very long time, so if you have any money, keep it. Be a miser. How dare you, miser. If you'd like to share it, I'll see you. So I'll see y'all soon either way. Have a beautiful day. Stay well. Do good things and walk your dogs.